foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kamkadash.
Double honors unto the elders and apostles at Gmslv Great Millstone, and sincere shalom to Yakim, bringing out this word and diligence in the truth. And we come out another week through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushai, to tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that now is the time for you to come back into the Heavenly Father, man. Because if you don't, you ultimately gonna be killed, man. It's plain and simple. The Most High makes it to where there's no gray areas for Jake, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the most hard-headed people on the earth, man. Hey, and you really seek death, man, because you're an impatient people. Hey, as the scriptures speak of in Isaiah, the 1st chapter, the ox knoweth his neighbor, the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. Our people don't consider. Hey, don't consider what? Don't consider that the Heavenly Father, whom you ignorantly call Jesus Christ and God, hey, that they're the true powers upon the earth, man. So what do Jake do? Jake goes to all these different philosophies, goes to all these different wayward doctrines, these strange women, in order to seek instant gratification and to get a sense of power, man. Hey, but in reality, you doing that, hey, the Most High is giving you up into Satan, man. Meaning what? Hey, that you're gonna taste of that second death that's soon to come to America, man. Talking about by the thermonuclear missiles, the ICBM missiles, man, the arrows of the scriptures, man. Hey, and due to your disobedience and you believing in these false gods, man. Hey, the Most High he got a thing for you, man. These scourges for amendment that are written within the scriptures, hey, they're gonna soon meet you, man. Hey, you're gonna have to meet your maker, you know?
We rarely use this the proper way. This is Amos chapter 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom.
God, and that sinful kingdom is who, man? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And why are y'all sinful? Hey, because y'all are engulfed. Y'all, as the scriptures say, laden with iniquity, man. That's Jake. Yeah, laden with iniquity, man. Means fully covered. You know, Jake is in Christianity and all these different religions, whether you be a Muslim, Jehovah's Witness, you know, what they call it, Seventh-day Adventist, or just plain Luciferian, man. Because Jake is deep within these witchcrafts, man. You know, whether it be brujas, the brujerías, as me and the brother was talking, the palm readers, the tarot card readers, or knowing like in the scripture where it says Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty in their hand. That's witchcraft, man. You know, Jake kind of voodoo, what they call brujería. That's what Jake is into, man. Jake feels power from all that wickedness, man. Hey, cause why? When you go back to the history and look at actually what Simeon and Levi did, man, when they fought against the French, you know, they used that voodoo, man. They used the voodoo to win that war. Hey, but look at them today. They're still in hell, man. They're in the worst conditions, basically out of a lot of the tribes, man. God. You know, cause they're not getting no aid from no foreign countries, man. You know, but that's due to the fact of their disobedience. Why y'all was shy of punishing their wicked asses, man.
A little bit more. It says, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. And we also use that as America, but particularly the wicked Israelites in there that are being destroyed by the higher powers that run America and all the philosophies in America. But our people gravitate to those things, so they should be destroyed as well.
Yeah, it's like our people, they keep it upheld in society.
Yeah. We cut things off.
Yeah.
Things wither away and die.
Israel give their energy and their whole spirit into the wayward philosophies and wicked practices of this society. You know, it wouldn't be so prevalent if Jake didn't take it to the next level. This whole LGBTQ thing, if Jake would have stayed segregated from Esau's BS, there wouldn't be that many broken families amongst Jake. There wouldn't be that many rampant STDs. But the moment Jake came together with Esau during the time of the civil rights era, Jake got messed up morally, following after the heathen.
And what did they do? What did they do with this LGBT thing? They equated it to slavery.
Yeah, the struggle and oppression of the people on this side.
Kind of that has nothing to do with that. That's not a choice to be, you know, a Jake.
Hey, but Jake yokes himself in together with that, man. Because now on that their flag, man, they got the colors. We know we not black, but they got the colors black and brown on their flag, man. And that's why the scriptures tell you in Proverbs 11:21, man. no hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Hey, because that's exactly what our people are doing. They're yoking themselves together with Esau and the rest of these heathen nations to try to fit in and be one.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
you can't beat them, join them, spirit.
Kind. And since Jake does that, no, not knowing that you are a special people unto the Heavenly Father, hey, kind, you're gonna be killed just with them, man. Hey, because you are doing the same things that the heathen are doing.
Right.
You know? Whatever.
It says, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob.
Kind, because the Most High is he's gonna keep that remnant, man. That 7,000 men that have not bowed their knee to Baal. You know, the men with no gall found in their mouth, the grape of the cluster, you know? Kind, the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations done in the midst around. Hey, those are these men, man. Hey, those are the remnant that the Most High isn't gonna destroy, man. Because they remain faithful throughout all the tribulation and all the hell that was established upon this place, man.
It's Isaiah 1 verse 4. Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity. That's that sinful, the Lord's eyes are upon a sinful kingdom, right?
Yep.
Isaiah 1 and 4. All sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
God, the scriptures say you provoke the Holy One into anger, man. Hey, that's why the Most High say he's sending Yahweh Shah with that indignation, man. That indignation is what? That righteous anger. Because you provoked them. You're provoking the Most High to wrath, man. Why? Because you niggas are hard-headed, man. Jake is a rebellious house, as the scripts speak, man. You're a nation that just can't get right through the spirit, man. A nation that's just filthy. Hey, how would Jake become like the heathen, man? You know?
It says, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint.
The whole head is sick, man. Hey, because within the scriptures, you know, within the truth, hey, the Lord makes an easy separation, man. He makes it the 144,000. We're talking about the 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes. Then you have the 1/3. Then you have the 2/3, man, as it's written in Zechariah 13, 8 and 9, man. So what? You have a lot of our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and this goes along with both you men and you women. Hey, that you actually find pleasure in doing wickedness, man. You find pleasure in that voodoo stuff, man. You know, it was my brother did a video. I can't remember which brother did it, but it was basically a bunch of women that was leaving the Christian church, and they were doing what? They were creating basically voodoo or witchcraft communities, man. Finding power in being a demon and being a devil, man. Hey, and that's why the Lord is going. Hey, that's why He's saying the time where you call upon me, He will not hear you, man. He's not gonna answer. Hey, because you people actually believe that, as you say, the devil always wants his money back, man. Hey, because Jake does it what? Jake does it for power. You know?
If I may say real quick, it's ultimately the Heavenly Father not gonna let you Jake's prosper with another God like that.
Yep.
He'll let you dip into it and get into it, then He will jack you up for doing it. While these other nations can prosper with them other fake ass gods.
Let me read this one more time. It says, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. And that you know, Israel as a whole, as a nation, they're screwed, man. You know, this is a family of people on the earth who went through countless captivities. All right, and had to serve punishment throughout various millenniums for the same shit.
I was gonna say, what does that make you?
Insanity. So it's like the Lord's like, why should I keep jacking you up when you gonna keep doing the same thing over and over, and I gotta keep putting you in slavery? That's the reason why the Lord set a remnant so that He doesn't destroy the whole nation. That's going back to Amos the 9th chapter, saving I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Because if the Lord didn't create the elect, if He didn't separate the elect from the rest of the nation, that's why it says we'd be like unto Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Because Jacob's gonna keep on being wicked. You know, no matter how many times the Lord sent His prophets out, no matter how many times the Lord, you know, bring calamity upon them, Jacob's just naturally rebellious. You know?
Baruch 4 and 6.
Yeah.
What did he say?
You guys already get
Baruch 4 and 6.
Let me hit. You need that right now?
No. I just go ahead. I was just thinking of
Okay,
4 and 6.
yeah, 4 and 6.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. I'll go back.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to wrath.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to cut us off forever and destroy our people completely, but because we were disobedient, he had to punish us, as he said.
Yep.
That was part of the deal that we made back in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, under Mount Sinai, through the covenant that was brought forth from the Most High through Moses.
Yeah, every time we went into captivity, when we was within our captivity, the Lord will raise up certain prophets to basically come before Israel and basically confess the sins of Israel to the Father.
Yeah.
You know, this is why we're yet this day in our captivity. You know, suffering the punishments from Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Because we did what? We sacrificing unto devils, demons, worshiping idols.
They always gave the specific reasons too.
God, like during the time of the Persian Empire, you know, you had Nehemiah and Ezra that had to come out, and this is when they had to basically acknowledge why they were in, why the Most High put them in hell. There was intermingling and marrying with the heathen.
Yep.
You know, they had to put, some of the men to death. There was committing fornication with the wives of the other nations. Had the children with them.
That's damn near the whole book of First Ezra.
Yeah.
They talk all about that.
You know? So when there was time for them to come back, and there was basically in construction of the second temple, they had to come and present themselves before the Lord and basically confess their iniquity. And that's when every time we did that, the Lord would actually repent of our captivity, of the evils that
Give us a break.
suffered.
Yeah. Even if it was like it was Darius that we were under, between Darius and Cyrus, we was in trying to get back and get standing with the Most High. So he allowed them to kind of let us rebuild our temple, keep some of our feast days and stuff, easing the burden off of them. He softened the heart basically of those Persian rulers. But what? Jake continued more and more to go off to where, okay, well, we're going to take them out of power. We're going to bring in the Greeks. And it was, the full extent of what punishment could be. Starting at the beginning at the time of the Greeks. These Edomites at that point ruling over us.
Like, we all have messed up, man, talking about all Israel. Hey, but the elect are the ones trying now, man. You know, and they've been trying since they've been put on the foundations of the earth. Because the scripture tell you that the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. So the men of the Lord that are on the highways and hedges, they've been doing this in their lifetimes, man. You know? Hey, but this is why 2/3 are enemies, man. This is why you niggas are our enemies, man. Hey, and you're enemies to the Most High right now, man. That's why you have to taste of your eyes being consumed in the holes, man, and your tongue being burned away. Because your sins, you gotta die for your sins. That's why the scriptures say your sins will be your accuser in that day, man.
That's right.
I think the brother had a little more.
Because there's more in Isaiah 2.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies.
Yep. You were delivered unto your enemies, man, as a punishment. Hey, because the only way Jake gets correction is you gotta beat them, man. Because talking to a nigga not gonna change nothing. They don't. Even when you cuss at Jake, some Jake will get it right, some will get together. But majority of our nation, you gotta physically hurt them, man. So that's what the Most High did through these other nations, man, to get it right. But what do Jake do? Jake always had to get it right for some second. Hey, when you go into the book of I believe it's Chronicles. Or Kings. I think it's Chronicles. But it's basically Jacob going to captivity or get it right and then pray towards the east to the Most High, and then what? They'll do the same thing and the Most High will put us in another captivity, man. You know?
That happened through the book of Judges.
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 That's what I was thinking.
Well, fast forward how 40 years, 100 years, 70 years. Time
And the Lord gave us warning through Joshua from the beginning. When you go into the land of Canaan, if y'all don't get rid of all those Canaanites and get rid of those gods, they're going to be a stumbling block, they're going to be a snare, they're going to be as a thorn in your side to you. Jake didn't listen. left them Hamites around. They was like,
Yeah.
we'll just put them as a subject to tribute, service of tribute.
Because they killed a lot of Hamites, but
They killed a lot of them.
Yeah, but
there was still some
thought
that
they
was still
had
left
them
in the
subject.
different in different parts of the lands that was given to the tribes as inheritance.
and the Most High put them there just for that.
just to test them.
Yep,
And the Lord already knew these niggas was going to commit fornication.
We enticed by the idolatrous ways of the heathens, man.
And the
So
Lord
would
said,
actually stir up the leaders of those nations to put hell on Jake and put Jake in captivity.
and that warning came in Joshua when he said, "This day, choose whom you will serve."
That's the point you wanted, right?
Yeah, six, but 7 go to.
Yeah. Verse 7. For ye provoked him that made thee by sacrificing unto devils, and not to Yahweh.
That's plain, man. Jake did what? They sacrificed, man. They did everything opposing of the scriptures and opposing of the will of Yahweh Shemel Shah.
You can easily see how that's still what our people do today.
Yeah. Come on, look at Hollywood, man.
Yep.
Jay, you know when Jay goes on the stage after winning they Grammy or they Oscar or whatever, and they say, "Oh yeah, I like to give thanks to God." That's not talking about the Heavenly Father, man. That's talking about Satan, man. That's talking about what's the one, the demon?
Baphomet.
Yeah, Baphomet, man. That's who that's talking about. That's who they're giving their credit to. Hey, because they have to sacrifice themselves in order to be in that position, man. All of them. All of them, man.
Selling your soul is a form of self-sacrifice.
Come on, bro.
You sell your soul, that's pretty much it, man.
Come on.
You done made a sacrifice, so now the things that you normally wouldn't do, you got to do for this devil.
Yeah.
Because the left-hand sacrifices that they force you to do.
And like we think these celebrities that come out and say like Alicia Keys, Dwayne Wade, and Gabrielle Union, Will Smith, and Jada Smith. You don't think that what they're doing? You don't think that they're taking orders from their handlers, the elites? They have to be agenda puppets to push the agendas of the left, because you have to give Satan his offering in order for you to continue to
left-hand power.
with that power, man.
Hey, the power works the same way, left hand and right hand. On the righteous side, you have to sacrifice something to receive power from the Heavenly Father, to receive this, whether it's wisdom, faith or grace or whatever. But it's the same thing on the left-hand side. You have to sacrifice something to be given that power, and you got to routinely continue to do it. It ain't like a one-time deal. And I said, you got to always keep refreshing. That's why people will have those one-hit wonders. They'll come out with something, they did a small sacrifice, and then it's over. But the ones that do the bigger ones, exactly. But then they'll have the ones that do the bigger sacrifices or repeated sacrifices. They get stars on the Walk of Fame. They get all types of awards and all types of things.
Blood, not only their blood sacrifices, but they sacrifice everything, their children, and everything before. Not even crucifying them and killing them off, just giving them to those wicked spirits, sex trafficking.
They'll let these record execs and directors, Hollywood, they can pop your children.
Yeah.
Now your child is mentally scarred.
How many?
He's messed up.
Yeah.
Now he's wearing blonde hair and dressing all fucking degenerate.
That nigga
Orlando Brown. Yeah, Orlando Brown. He's
Oh yeah.
they got him constant doing drugs.
You can't name one child. I can't think of one child star that actually is all right. That got a little bit of sense. Maybe the dude.
DiCaprio, but that's like it.
Maybe what's the dude? Urkel.
Maybe.
But we don't know what. Because they may appear to us as normal, but they probably got all kind of demons.
Behind the scenes, bro.
Yeah.
You already know what's going
Especially
on.
if they jakes.
Well, he probably already took it up.
Oh, yeah.
up the back.
Yeah.
When he was when he first got his Urkel, he probably
Yeah.
had to go through that. So yeah, that's an example. The Lord, today's example is, when Jake sacrificed themselves and their own families, man, to demons. They give their children and themselves over to the New World Order, man.
That guy, I don't know his music, Juice WRLD died.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Come on. Hey,
I guarantee you we're putting out no positive.
Bro, and it's nothing but niggas, bro, that listen to him, man. Cause he's a generation or a product of my generation, bro. And I know everybody that listens to that nigga's a demon, man. Cause he's producing, he's on that same vibration that
Travis Scott?
No, the Lil Uzi, that demon.
Yeah.
You know, they all on the same stuff, man.
It's about drug abuse.
Drug abuse,
You know, all they talk about is getting high. You know how many
I feel
pills
like
they
that's
pop.
a lot of the in that lost state of mind of unconsciousness that the drugs put them in. That's the lifestyle to glorify.
And that's why he dropped dead.
Yeah.
You know, more than likely it's drug related. Why he possibly died. Man.
Heart was enlarged or some shit.
Probably that what's that shit? Lean?
Probably that or something.
Maybe that.
There was another rapper that died of lean. Like I think maybe a year or two ago. He was like a Chicago rapper. That motherfucker, he was on lean heavy, and he ended up dropping dead.
Yeah.
You know.
Stay alive, but you're still dead.
Yeah. See, that's what they get for continuously sacrificing unto the devil, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You have to go back.
Yeah, that was good. Back in Isaiah 1, in verse 6, it says, "From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness."
The whole body of Yasharallah, man, of Israel, all 12 tribes. Okay? Yeah, the remnant is trying, but the majority of our nation, which Mosai deals with the entire nation by the majority, and the majority of our nation are wicked.
Yeah.
So as a nation, we got to get dealt with.
The Most High judges nations, not he judges individual people, but
he was judging, especially back then, he was judging us specifically as a nation. Now, that's what's beautiful about the new covenant. We have a more excellent ministry. Those that are willing participants, I don't want to say participants, but willing believers of Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, that take that calling and that's going to run with it all the way to the finish line. All right? That's what makes it better, but it's not the majority, it's a small number that'll make it. And that's okay with the Most High this go round. It is some what's the word? Exclusive, but the other word that you use.
We're making this word like
it's basically it's specifically for a set group of people.
all inclusive.
Esoteric.
Esoteric.
That's the word. Yeah. So it's specifically for a small number. That's why we watch the 2/3 won't get it, because if it was up to the whole nation to get it, the whole nation would just have to face the east and call on the Most High, and then He would deliver us. But because they won't do that and they're staying blinded, the elect get that opportunity to get that chance to be saved.
It says, "There is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither modified with ointment."
Our whole nation as a body is all messed up. We got back problems, knee problems, head problems, feet problems, spiritual problems, mental problems, all kinds of every level of the body, according to the analogy of our nation, is messed up. The heads of our priests, everything, the heart and soul, everything about our people is all messed up, completely engulfed in wickedness, defiled, perfect.
Yeah, when you look up that word soundness, there's no soundness in it. It's talking about there's no wholeness, no integrity,
no health, no fullness.
You know, there's basically, we're supposed to be a virtuous people, but our people are the opposite of that. That's why it says in Jeremiah the 2nd chapter, you know, there are about the noble vine. I planted thee, but how are thee become a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? You know, basically it talks about Jake's deterioration of being a moral, upstanding people, man.
Jake's scared to be separate from all these other nations, to think that you are less than when you're actually better than.
Right.
Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai said it is a special people. We're a special people unto him. And it's crazy that you think otherwise, that you couldn't be something else, that you couldn't be that special. You as Jakes couldn't be that special.
And the key to making us special is what? The statutes, laws, and commandments.
Law, statutes, and commandments.
The blueprint on how to live the righteous life on earth that was specifically given to his chosen people, us.
God.
But we don't follow it. I got that verse, and I got Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. It says, well, no, this kind of go. So I'm gonna start with 19. It says, thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backslidings shall reprove thee. It says, know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord Yahweh thy power, but that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord power Yahweh of hosts. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands. He's going in and out of captivity, right? And burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress, when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot. That sums it up, right?
Said Jake is a spiritual hoe. God, I looked up a word on that.
You know how we talk about with women, we talk about their body counts. Israel?
Yeah, we got spiritual body count. Good.
Spiritual body counts that Israel has. Bro. That's why Israel is known as a harlot to the Most High. You know?
Jeremiah 3rd chapter.
Even Judah alone. Was that Jeremiah where it says as many cities as this of Judah is how many idols that you worship.
Let me read it.
That's a lot of bodies, man.
I'll read it right here. Verse 28. Verse 28, second chapter says, but where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in a time of trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Another one right quick. Jeremiah chapter 3 and 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she goes from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me.
Hey, that's spiritual. That's spiritual because even when you go scientific with that, dealing with how an actual female's body is not meant to receive semen and DNA from multiple men. Because all she's going to retract is the spirits, the vibrations of those men. And that'll corrupt her mentality. That's why a lot of these women are out of their freaking minds because they got spirits battling within their spirit.
You got a demon nigga spirit, you got an angry nigga spirit, you got an Edomite spirit,
proud woman
spirit, you got all these, and then you come and trying to sort it out and make something positive out of the situation, not realizing the types of demons your spirit gonna have to fight with this one. The elder Yashalama said years ago, I believe it was him, fucking Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
On this woman. Spiritual orgy, as you said, I believe.
She's trying to deal with, she's dealing with, you, if you with her, you're dealing with every man that she didn't sleep with. And every demon that's on her is on you now, and you fighting that demon. We played the harlot.
Right.
We played the harlot, so therefore our glory played the harlot too on us.
That's why the Most High turned his back to us and let them have their way with us, man. I'm not gonna see you indulge in uncleanness against me. Like I gotta come back to this woman after I didn't see my woman commit all these acts, and now I'm gonna come and come back to that. You know what I'm saying? I know you filthy. You got demons on you.
You remember the movie? What's doing with Dirk Diggers, man?
Boogie Nights.
Where that husband continually walking in on his wife fucking somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Then eventually he just killed himself.
Killed her too.
I guess I think that's what happened. But that's what happened. He got tired of that.
I gotta fight for you every night.
It's time to, and she was playing with him, bro, right along with it. Tired of that, man. The most high, I don't want to see this shit all damn day.
And that scene on Boogie Nights, how the woman, the Edomite woman, had no life in her. She was just in there going through the motions. Just going through the motions because every demon was already on her and fucked up already.
That's how we've done unto
That's,
the Most High.
that's Israel. Israel is like going back to Isaiah 1.
Yeah.
You know, the whole head is sick. It says there's no soundness in it, but wounds or bruises, petrified sores.
Yeah.
That's from all
Open sores.
those affairs that Israel had with all these different philosophies. Just getting turned out with all this wickedness, man. You are Egyptologists, so now you borderline homosexuals and woman worshippers. Now you over here plantation Christianity, so now you allow for this devil to say it's all right to keep Christmas and Easter, so you commit more fornication. Now you in Islam, now you worshiping a damn cobblestone. You know? You just messing your head up even more, man. The Lord just seeing that like, man, I can't. What I'm gonna do with her?
Destroy 2/3 of you niggas.
I'm gonna have to wipe y'all out.
That's the part, bro. Israel on the blade, bro.
Yeah.
Blade.
On the track, bro.
Yeah.
They're getting it.
Just letting anybody do anything.
For the right energy.
And that shows how weak-minded we are as a nation, man. Hey, cause I looked up that word imbecile, you know, in the Adam Online dictionary, and the word imbecile says it says from the 1540s imbecile, weak, feeble, reference to the body, especially in reference to the body, knowing Israel. It says Middle French.
And we're weak without Yahweh.
It says from Latin imbecilius or imbecilius. It says a Latin word traditionally is said to mean unsupported or without a walking stick, without order, man, without having that foundation. You know, it says let's see.
And what's the order? The statutes, laws, and commandments was the order that we were given to keep us separate from the other nations without living that blind, wandering way like the other nations had to, because they didn't have a personal God. We do.
It says mentally weak or incapable. It says frail, mentally weak. Traditionally, it says above an idiot but beneath a moron.
Above an idiot,
But beneath
smarter than that, but do dumb shit.
Yeah.
You smart, but you still do dumb shit.
Kind.
That sounds like us.
People are aside as children.
Wise to do evil,
But to do good.
they have no
Don't
knowledge.
stand in line for,
Hey,
don't stand in the line for Jordans, hours after hours, days after days, Black Friday. You niggas just can't get it right.
You'll stand in that same
Just
line.
stand in that same line.
Just Popeye chicken sandwich.
Popeye's chicken salad. It don't matter what it is, as long as it's in the world. That's all you fucking care about.
Niggas have patience for folly, but can't have patience on the Heavenly Father.
God.
Bro, that's horrible, bro. Niggas will wait a year or wait for the year to come for the chicken sandwich to come back out, but can't wait for the Heavenly Father to return. Can't wait for Yahweh Shah to return.
Where your pop say a smart nigga?
Yeah, a smart dumb nigga.
No, a dumb nigga. A dumb nigga with a smartphone.
Yeah.
We're waiting on the PlayStation 5 to come out. Already know all the specs about it. The shit ain't even made in its entirety.
Latest Jordans, you got Jake sitting out hours, overnight, days.
We seen it with our own eyes. Remember over there at the chicken place?
Yeah.
You have more on there? Or you have something else?
I got something real quick. There's Proverbs 29 and 18. It says, for where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Really, when it goes back to it, was back then, our people for a long time didn't have those seers. They didn't have the men of the Lord to actually guide them in the right way. But now, since the past 40, 50 years, the Lord's been raising that up, and now Israel is coming back into order. But our people, what we're seeing is the effects of people that have been without order for so long. That's what we're seeing. Just constantly being lied to Pastor Bacon and Bishop Porkchop, you know.
What it say? Man, how did that script go? They have. I can't think of the
They have
phrase.
broken cistern.
No, it was another one. But basically talking about how you don't have any. Oh, a horse left, a horse unbroken. Becoming headstrong. That's us. You know, we haven't been corrected and put back in line. So now that the prophecies out there trying to correct the people, they bucking like a wild horse, left and right. Don't want to get right.
Or a child left to
Left to it. That's the one. I think it's
will be willful.
You want that one? This is Isaiah chapter 29. 29 verse 9. It says, "Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine."
Because it's not physical, man. It's not the physical wine. The scriptures are being parabolic here, man. It's not just saying Jake is drinking so they drunk. No, it's talking about their spiritual state, man. And that wine is talking about numerous philosophies, man. They're drunk. They're drunk with the belief that these philosophies can get them out of their hell. You know?
Yeah, they give examples. Egyptology, Islam,
Christianity,
plantation Christianity, Buddhism, you know, black culture,
money.
Yeah. There are some our people become Freemasons. You know, you got the women that become Eastern Stars and all that crap.
And the sororities, and
sororities, fraternities.
It's coming around.
You know, the scriptures talk about how they show grasp. You know, in the day in the noonday as in the day of darkness. They show it's like your growth. You know, so they're gonna be trying to grab on this shit. You know, trying to figure out a solution or a way to get out of their situation. And you're just gonna continuously just stumble in the dark, man.
Taking hold of all the wrong things.
You got Jake that believe in ADOS. Like, what the fuck is that, man? American descendants of slaves. That's like a new identity.
What the?
You create an identity out of getting your ass whooped for 400 years. You know, being forced into you know, free slave labor.
Everybody except themselves.
You want to go back to it.
Everybody want to be Jake except Jake.
Reads on to say, verse 10 in Isaiah 29, "For the Lord Yahweh hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, has he covered." That's what he said. We didn't have. They're better than you right around the clock. We're so long without guidance, man, without wisdom, without those seers in a position to guide us in and out of trouble. Not in, but out of trouble. Away from trouble.
Done. And then the scripture saying, Jeremiah 2, I believe it's verse 13, it says, Israel have hewn out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water.
Let me read this verse. This is verse, I'm going to jump down to 13. No, let me go to verse 11. This still reads on to the fact what the brother was talking about. We didn't have anybody to interpret the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah. We're so long without it. And then we were guided away from it by our slave masters that twisted the story on us. You know, changed the narrative of the book to where we were just lost. All right, it says, but now we're back, right? It says, verse 11. "And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. And that's basically because we're so far away from Yahweh Bashim al-Shah that we don't know what to grope for. We don't know what to reach for. We don't know what to believe in. So whatever popular in society, we just automatically jump onto that, and it's further destroying us further and further. So, verse 13, "Wherefore the Lord Yahweh said, For as much as these people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men, and not by the prophets and the seers and the priests." Okay? So we're caught up wandering, looking for ways out, but we don't know the righteous way. Our people won't even open the book enough to know what the image of the Lord looks like. the basic stuff that you can actually figure out in the Bible, let alone the deep mysteries of the Bible, the prophecies, and other things like that. So let me go to your Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 2, I'm stopping at 11. It says, "Have the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which do not profit." So we gravitated onto these other gods and away from the Most High because we see the heathen doing this.
Bro, Jay get into Islam and start calling the so-called white man a devil, but you still here in America.
Right.
You still paying taxes. You still get pulled over by the cops.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's no future.
And guess what? That's the very religion that you serve. The people who that religion was given to, they're living over you. Your ass you gotta commit a felony to meet their God.
Right.
They get to just come right to where you live at instead of a fucking bodega or a gas station or 7-Eleven or some shit. Get paid, offer you, sell you some cigarettes or whatever, and then he still got his country.
Yeah. They don't see you as equal.
They don't see you as equal, man. You know? So what prophet is in there serving fucking Allah? What prophet is there? And you got Jake that'll actually go over to Saudi Arabia and other places and like really like intermingle with Ishmael, man.
Yeah.
Not realizing, nigga, they enslaved you.
Yeah.
They were part of the transatlantic slave trade.
They pointed us out to the Edomites that threw us on the ships. Them and them dirty ass Africans.
Yeah, man.
Didn't they build the ships?
I don't know.
No, that was
They Jews.
I know they paid for it. I know they funded them ships. I don't know who built them. Though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, man. Change your because the scriptures say that the Lord will not give his glory unto another.
Right.
The Most High is your God. The gods of the nations are just idols. So if you want to give his glory to an idol, all right, well then let that idol be your glory. So Allah, you gotta commit a fucking you gotta rob a couple liquor stores, you know.
You gotta do hard time.
You gotta do some time.
Level 3 to meet that guy.
Yeah. That's how you meet that guy.
Remember Ali on South Central? Yeah.
He helped out OG Bobby Johnson.
Yeah, man.
That's the story of Jake right there.
That's the shit, right?
Yeah.
That's just Islam.
Right.
All the gods that you serve, man.
Whether it's Catholicism.
How many of your children they got molested, man? Meanwhile, the Pope and them cardinals and the priest, all those clergy motherfuckers, man. They got laws to where they could just slip through the cracks.
They are sovereign
after they do what they do.
Yeah.
And it makes the news, man. It makes the news, so it's not like the congregation don't know. They'll say something like, "Oh, it was just an accident," or that's not who he really is.
They'll get accused, and then this government lets them go back to the Vatican, and they don't have to be extradited back for it to serve the trial. Yeah. Or they change their name and go to a different parish. They'll go to the Central or South America and be father or whatever, some other guy, man.
Yeah, your simple ass northern tribes down there confessing their sins to an open pedophile.
Yeah, kind.
That serves Satan, man. Yeah. So what profit is in that, man? What profit is in that? More child victims? You giving your money to a damn Satanist? You worshiping Mary? That's Queen of Heaven worship.
Yeah. Tammuz. How they always hold baby Jesus?
Yeah,
that's Tammuz. Yeah.
There's all type of madness James into.
Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. But be ye very desolate, saith the Lord Yahweh. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water.
Our people have put their trust and their heart into a God that means absolutely nothing for them, man. And it's wickedness, man. You know, instead of putting their trust and heart and faith into Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Hey, who's done countless miracles for our people, man.
The good way.
Just in the fact that we understand or awoken to who we are, man, that's a miracle in itself. You know? Being released from previous captivity after captivity, those are miracles, man. Hey, our people have forgotten what he did to the Egyptians.
Right.
Forgot that he flooded the whole world, man.
Yeah.
Not even that. It's just the broken the system alone. The system you already see is fucked up, but you still follow after the system because it's beneficial to you, even though it's not real.
Because Jacob's holding Esau's system together from falling.
Yeah.
And Esau ain't even holding it. Esau looking for a place that he can jump off the ship and land safely. Because he got that backup plan of the mark of the beast to control everybody. One more verse. Verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Yes, we've been answering that the whole time. Why we're under these curses? Why we're dealing with all these situations that's going on in the earth? Because we revolted against the Heavenly Father. Our whole head is sick. We don't know which way is up. We follow things that have no profit or no value.
If I may say, the Lord asked that, who is the servant? Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? You like slavery. You like captivity. You like serving these other nations. You like seeing these other nations look down upon you and shake their head at you and enjoy how they're just living lavishly while you're basically like you're like a zoo show to them. You know?
The scriptures say that they're supposed to serve us. The elders should serve the younger, along with the heathens. But what are we doing? Serving them.
Jake forgets the source, man. Hey, like when you watch comics and things like that, or when you read comics, or if you're into like DC and Marvel and all that, like when you look at the Green Lantern for example, man. You know, the ring is given to who, man? Somebody that's worthy. Which is much like the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that have the wisdom of the scriptures. But those men are connected to what, man? That source, man. The source of that ring, man. Which is much like us connected to the Heavenly Father. Hey, and Jake knows they're great, man. Our people know we're the best people upon the earth. But they just don't know where that source is, man.
Yeah.
So they go to so they go into the rest of these different philosophies to try to make themselves the perfect Jake, so to speak, man. But they not, because they're missing out their source. They're missing Yahweh and Yahushai.
I want to read this to land back off of that homeborn slave. Why is he spoiled? A rhetorical question, right? 2 Ezra 6 and 57. And now, O Lord power, Yahweh, behold, these heathen have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? How long are we going to have to deal with this? You know? Another rhetorical question. Until Yahushua come back, or until our whole nation faces the east and calls on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua?
And if you notice what Prophet Ezra is saying, he's basically acknowledging the curse where it says, the strangers shall get thee up high above thee, man, and thou shalt be brought down very low.
You shall live in the lead, but thou shalt not live to
They should be the head.
They shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. That's these other nations, having their own inheritance, having their own culture, having their own military, having their own money, having their own markets. You ain't got a damn thing, man. You got to go to them for stuff.
You don't even have a representative for your nation upon the earth.
I was thinking that the same. No representation at the UN, these summit meetings.
Nobody to speak up for us.
And that's in the book of Numbers, where the Lord basically said that Israel would not be reckoned among the nations, man. You know?
Recognize.
And that's a cut to this the modern so-called Jew. How are y'all represented in the UN when the prophecies say that Israel will not have no representation among the nations?
Now to y'all shot come back. That was it, man.
Read that Isaiah. 30
and 9.
Yep.
It's Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Most High, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
It says, speak unto us smooth things, man. Things that sound good to our ears. Hey, make us comfortable, man. Don't tell us that lamentation, mourning, and woe is coming. Don't tell us that America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. Don't tell us that the chip is coming, man. Tell us about hope and prosperity, man. Tell me that the more money I put into this collection plate, the better my income is going to get, man.
Hey, our people want to hear that we're all equal, that we can all come together as one. You know, love. Our people are in that spirit of love and forgive. Man, we're in the times of war. What the hell's wrong with you people?
We're not all equal, man. We're better.
We're better than everybody else.
With the power and the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. We're not better without it. We're only better with it. And that's the way it's supposed to be. But our people, you see yourself on the bottom, and that's why in Malachi it said, wherein hast thou loved us? But Esau was Jacob's brother. And he hated Esau. Right? But now Esau Jacob's brother? Yeah, but he hated Esau and he loved Jacob. How did he prove that he loved us? By giving us the blueprint on how to live on the earth, man. Making that covenant agreement with us that we didn't keep. And this is the punishment from that.
And the two-thirds are a bunch of, in reality, are really a bunch of bitches. Are the real women. They're the real bitches in its entirety because you're afraid of everything, everyone, but the power. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Good point. You know Jeremiah? Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 25. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you.
Yeah, meaning what, man? The promises, man. Hey, everything that you're doing, hey, it's just withholding you from glory, man.
Yeah.
It's withholding you from your name being written in the Lamb's Book of Life. It's withholding you from having your bodies changed as soon as the chariots beam you up, man. Hey, it's
Withholding you from blessings upon blessings.
Hey, and it's giving you that everlasting shame too, man. You know? Because what? You don't hearken, man. Hey, with everything written within the scriptures, hey, the Lord is going to give the men of the Lord that 100-fold, man. It says before you even ask, it's going to be given, man.
Yep.
You know, in righteousness. But what? You tell a nigga that, he like, so what I got to do? Yeah, I got to stop eating pork.
Yeah.
I can't eat my grandma gumbo no more. Niggas can't do simple stuff for the Lord, man.
What they say? What that nigga say? I can get with all this, but I can't get with the garment.
Yeah, nice.
I love all that, but I can't get with those garments. That's what's stopping you from getting salvation.
Hey, that just shows you he's undesirable to the Lord, man. Hey, he's a vessel, as the scriptures say. He made vessels for honor, vessels for dishonor, man. Hey, the 2/3 are vessels made for dishonor, man. They were really made to be killed on this side, man.
Born in vain.
Done. They were born in vain. Hey, because the elect are the apple of the Most High's eye, man. The chosen within the chosen, man. Hey, so you 2/3, hey, man, you're basically you're fuel for the fire.
Hey, that's what. And also, it means that when Yahweh Shai was talking about you are the salt of the earth, but wherewith would it be salted, seeing that it has lost its savor? You know, basically that Savior is getting into the wisdom that actually governed us, that made us understanding and wise people. The fact that we lost it and became degenerates, we became unsalted. So basically, our people have become useless to the Most High. So He has no need for you, man. You know,
Even if it's just a sound mind alone.
Yeah.
If you don't receive any spiritual power or anything, just a sound mind alone, being plagued with just the worldly shit itself.
Yeah, man.
Is maximum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he want me to.
Go ahead, want me to get it?
Yep.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me.
Hold on. Go to the second chapter of 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power.
And that word holy goes into separate, man. It says you are a separate people from the Lord thy power, man. Meaning what? Hey, you're special, man. Hey, the Lord, and no one else upon this earth is like you, man. Hey, that's why it's written in 2nd Esdras, 6 and 54 down, man. How the world was made for your sake.
Yeah.
You know how when you go into the book of Ecclesiastes, it says, I've seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the ground.
Yep.
Hey, you're a special people unto the Lord thy power, man. But due to the fact that you're a disobedient, hard-headed house full of niggas, man, the Lord, he gotta get you for that, man. Hey, because you were made to be great. Hey, but like the scripture say, Jacob sought out many wicked inventions. You know, Jake don't want to be righteous within this society because it's too hard. That's why scriptures speak of in Exodus. It says, follow not a multitude to do evil, man. But that's what Jake do, because it's the easy route. That's why we're going through the straight gate as the scriptures speak, man.
And Jake is also seduced by the ways of Satan. Proverbs, but the ways of the wicked seduce him. You know?
It was Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 4.
Is that the end of that?
I was on verse 6. I'll read it. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
How did he do that? By giving us the statutes, laws, and commandments with that covenant that he made through Moses under Mount Sinai. Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So we are better with the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, with the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Not on our own because we black or because we strong. That got nothing to do with it. We're still on the bottom. But with the power of the Heavenly Father, we're the greatest people ever. Ever. And all of this world was made for our sakes. Thus saith the Bible. But we're not fulfilling that role properly as a nation. But because of the new covenant, the elect, the small remnant, will be able to bring the fullness into the whole nation through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Continue.
Chapter 7.
Yeah, 7 verse.
Alright. Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people.
Yep.
For you were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he hath sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand.
Go back to the 4th chapter. It's going to tie it all up.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
That was how he made us separate and holy. That's how he chose us, because we were the creative and colorful and salt flavorful people that can withhold this. And he looked at us as a special people. More peculiar. Okay?
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
The land of Canaan, we took it over, called it Israel. Go ahead.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
See, so he gave us a special set of rules to be above, separate, and better than the rest of the people on the earth. Yeah, we were made physical counterparts to that, but it's of no benefit if we don't have the power and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Continue reading.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them?
Who has them so close to wicked? He's going to say, go ahead.
As the Lord of power is to know things that we call upon him.
Who's able to call upon the Heavenly Father and get these righteous wishes granted? know, we really can call on the name and get these righteous wishes granted. And I hate to call it wishes, but you know, I don't want to make it sound funny like a genie or nothing, but we have a power that we can call upon him in righteousness, and he'll deliver it if it's righteous, if it's the right thing. But our people don't know what to call on. Okay, so the prophets were sent out here to warn you, another righteous act of the Heavenly Father, sent out here to warn you, to get you back in line and straighten up and cleaned up, and you people revolt from it.
That's why only a remnant is going to return. Right. 2/3 are going to be cut off, man, because they're not going to return. They're going to stay right here in Babylon and wherever else they're at in the world, just being given over to, you know, basically the left hand. You know?
Until destruction comes.
Until the destruction comes, man. They gonna keep being homosexuals, transsexuals, idolatrous, pedophiles. You know, you got some of our people that even do some of the sick shit that the heathens do, man. Esau ain't the only one that pop animals. Jake, he'll get on PCP or some shit, and he'll pop an animal. That's how sick Jake can get too. Jake known for molesting his nieces and all type of crazy shit.
There's an ignorant ass Jake that married his daughter.
Yeah.
See that shit?
Yeah, man.
Like his biological daughter.
Your own daughter.
That's an law.
That's an abomination.
Yeah.
See, we had laws that went against that. That's what made us better than the other people. Because we had restrictions, man.
Yeah. We followed a set of rules. Most High gave us those statutory commandments, and we didn't have deformities, impurities, Down syndrome, and all kinds of things in our nation.
Because we had a moral compass to go by.
Yeah. We had a standard to live up to.
Was that in Habakkuk where it says, because the law is slack,
Habakkuk 1.
Judgment never goeth forth.
Yep.
Therefore, the wicked compasses, man. So you're going to have more wickedness going on, more evil, because the law is not being
enforced.
It's not being enforced. You know? That's why Jake is not fearful to keep going in the direction that he's going, man. Being a sexual deviant, you know. I'm pretty sure there's some Jakes that's helping this devil assist with this trafficking going on in the country. There's some wicked niggas among that, man. Kidnapping women, catching them walking out the store by themselves at night, you know, putting them in those vans with no windows in them.
Putting them on drugs.
Yeah. If you remember the movie, the second Purge Anarchy, it was Jason doing that, kidnapping people for them to purge.
Oh yeah.
You remember that was in the movie? Like, what y'all doing out here? We're not purging tonight. He's like, we're not purging tonight. We out here working for them big ass trucks to bring these elites to some of the people that just fuck around so we can get paid.
Exactly.
Amos chapter 2, verse 4, I'm going to read down to 6. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Judah, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have despised the law of the Lord, and have not kept his commandments, and their lies caused them to err, after the which their fathers have walked. But I will send a fire upon Judah, and it will devour the palaces of Jerusalem. Thus saith the Lord.
We've been through that a few times, particularly 70 AD and the time that's coming ahead now.
And Babylon, ancient Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar, you know.
Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishments thereof, because they sold the righteous for silver, and the poor for a pair of shoes.
That's how grimy Jake can be.
Yeah.
You could actually see Jake doing some shit like that for a pair of Jordans. You know what I mean?
Look at them crackheads do when they on that shit, man.
Yeah.
They'll sell your whole house just for a hit.
God.
TVs, whatever they can get their hands on.
Yeah.
And you got some of our heartless ass women that'll allow men to rob their children, just so he can keep bringing the bread in the house.
So just so she can have a man to keep a nigga.
Yeah, to keep a man in the house.
Yeah.
She don't care that her daughter or her son is coming to her and telling her, you know,
I see too many of them.
it's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
It's mainly if she got a daughter, man. She think that her daughter is trying to compete with her. No, yo nigga,
Creeping in my room as soon as you get in the shower.
yo nigga is popping you and your daughter.
That movie Precious was real life
That's
shit.
real life shit.
Yeah.
She's doing that so she can keep getting little benefits. You know, she can keep certain bills paid. You know, she can keep going to get her hair done. With the Latin tribes, some of the women like down in South America, Central America, they'll sell their children into a prostitution just so they can get, you know, some bricks or drugs or whatever. Yeah. So they can either use them or sell them. Our people have no integrity, man. They lost that.
Shit, they'll sell their kids. They traffic their own kids.
That's what they willfully do it.
You go down to the border and you'll see 12, 13-year-old girls selling their bodies.
And their parents will make them do it.
And they, who goes down across the border to get a hold of that? You know, Esau. Fucking Edomites, you know?
Yeah, man. Yo, hey, anywhere like in the islands, you know, when you got Ephraim, you got Simeon,
Manasseh.
a lot of those tourist attraction spots. There's a lot of our women that just go and just pour themselves out to Esau, man.
Yeah.
Or people with money. You know?
Dubai.
Yeah.
They go up. Yeah.
When you got these social media pages, you know, these little Instagram pages and Twitter pages, hey, women say what the link or they
Booking
say,
info.
Hey, that's what they're doing, man. Habib and his cousins, he'll fly them out to Dubai, man, and do all kinds of manner of wickedness to them, man. Just so they can get a new bag.
Yeah, just so they can get a Chanel purse, Gucci bag. You know. Yeah, man. That's our people right there, man. You know? We're supposed to be a people of self-worth. You know? And that's what those laws were for, man.
Right. How to integrous way. How to deal with one another. How to deal with yourself, your family, the land, the Most High. How to have the right ordinances to deal with things on certain levels.
Man, we got dietary laws, man. How to eat right. You wonder why your life expectancy is always the shortest out of all people. You're the one that's dying at alarming rates of cancer, diabetes, you know, high blood pressure, cardiac arrest, you know. Your arteries will stay clogged up because you eat everything that you ain't supposed to be eating.
Water, bro.
Hey, JC's.
And you see the lesson that Yashawama did about how lobster was a slave in a prison.
Yeah.
But now it's a delicacy now.
They pay more for it.
Yeah.
Now people want to be caught up with the Jones, so they eat it.
Steak and lobster, you know? Shit.
We have laws against that, man.
Hey, even it's laws that you gotta to exercise, man. Because you're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be lazy, man. And like the scripture, I believe it might be in the Apocrypha. It says bodily exercise is profit little, but it still profits, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so we supposed to be an active people, man. A pure people, man. Hey, but we've allowed Esau and the rest of these heathens to what? To influence us, man. So, and the things that we do now is overpassing them, man. The things we do, it surpasses what they taught us, man. Hey, because it takes a nigga to make one. You know, and Jake sees Esau flourishing, but Jake don't understand that Esau not under the curses. Esau's not a chosen seed amongst Heavenly Father, man. You know?
That's why he's therefore I will punish you for all your niggas.
Yeah.
You have I known of all families of the earth.
You still have more, right?
No, I'm talking about
Amos, we're on Amos.
go back to Amos.
Oh, I think you finished, right? What did I call you? Did I have you get something?
Habakkuk 1.
Habakkuk 1, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can get that. I think it's like 1 and 4.
1 and 4, yeah. Habakkuk 1 and 4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment do never go forth.
Yep.
For the wicked do compass about the righteous.
When we're not going by the commandment, which really, because we're not sovereign, we're still in captivity, we can't enforce these laws. But just imagine if we had our own sovereignty. Amongst us, it ain't gonna be too many harlots, man. It ain't gonna be, skyrocketing STDs, man.
Yeah.
Because these laws will be enforced. Ain't no woman gonna be playing no harlot, man. Spreading eagle to every arrow that comes towards her.
Yeah.
That's how the disease spreads amongst our people, man.
In the East, they still hold some of our laws because recently, 11-year-old girl, I forgot, it's somewhere in the Middle East somewhere, got stoned, and because she had brought shame to her family, being a hoe, 11 years old, and they trying to get the family get backlash for that, but hey,
to show you how the laws work. You don't, like when you go to those other countries where they're strictly cultural and about their beliefs, and their women are basically intact and they respect their families and their husbands. Why isn't there any places in the other side of the world where where different nations of men can come and freak off with their women? But when they come to America, the Israelite woman, she's getting freaked on by everybody. That's because we're lawless. Our people don't have any standards. They're following after the damn serpent, who is lawless.
Hey, like to bring a movie reference in there, Coming to America, Hey, Eddie Murphy's dad, King Joffrey, he wanted his son to come to America just so he could soil his royal oats. Hey, but you see, it wasn't no Americans coming over to their land doing nothing. That woman that was prepared for him since birth, man.
She was a virgin.
Ever since
she was a fresh girl.
To serve you. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man.
Jake don't want that.
He chose the very fucking American woman, bro.
Daryl and whoever else. Church girl
God, bro. You want to see the fall in, bro? Man.
Backwards.
He was with her not even last week, and this nigga trying to marry the bitch.
Sick, man.
Now in the new kingdom, we got to hear her mouth and shit. She gonna be complaining.
He said, "I will renounce my throne."
She was like, "Don't do that." She's thinking ahead and said, "Don't do that."
That's an old classic movie and shit. We watch it, but that shit's cool as hell.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Eddie Murphy didn't have a king mindset, man. Hey, but Simi did. Simi did. He was ready. Simi was
the tub and shit.
One day was even over there. It was funny. He's like, you can have a woman. You can have a woman that'll fulfill your every desire, but you'd rather have a woman that had an opinion.
We told the dark skinned chick that he was the prince.
Bye.
God, man. Hey, but that just goes to show you, Jake, man. Hey, that's a real movie.
That's how far we fell from our power. That's how far we fell as a people.
Ain't no Saudi Arabian prince about to denounce their throne for no skank over here.
Right. Queens and shit.
He would just drop a bag and have all type of hoes. Come fuck my nephew. You gonna come fuck my cousin over here, cousin Lil Muhammad over here. He gonna get his little rod sucked. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got it. Their women, they're locked in. You know what I'm saying? They somewhere praying or getting food ready. You know what I'm saying? Tending to the children. They ain't out there available like that, man, like our women, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from the inheritance.
Because what's in the scriptures, man, like the scriptures say, written within is it's like what was written before time was written for our learning, man. Hey, because when people pick up the Bible, they just think, oh, it's just another book. They're not seeing, and especially Jake,
That's a book about God.
Fine. They're not seeing themselves within it, man.
Yeah.
Jake can't see that, the prophets were them, man. They can't see that King David came from that nation. They can't see that Yahweh Shai came from their nation.
They look like you.
They just see them as fictional characters, man.
Or Edomites.
Or Edomites, man. We're a great nation of people. We fell from our stature, man. We fell from our position upon the earth, man. You know, we're kings. We're princes. We're men of integrity. We're warriors. We're poets. We're musicians. And we're the best upon the earth, man.
Royalty.
We're princes of the power, man. That's literal.
Royalty.
Royalty, as the brother said, man. And we're supposed to be shining, showing these nations how it's really done.
Hey, bro.
We got the real warrior bloodline.
This how low Jake is. Jake rather deal with used up women than a virgin.
Yeah.
I've heard niggas like literally make the argument for why he actually want I want experience woman.
Oh, I hate niggas like that, bro.
I don't care about her body, cause that don't mean nothing to me. You niggas are insecure, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a woman that she done did it all so she could please me. Nigga.
You supposed to give her the experience, nigga.
Yeah. In the ancient world, your woman, she learned how to please you from other women. She basically, like they showed you that in Game of Thrones, you know? Like she was getting ready to be married to what's the dude, man? He ended up dying though. The one that Daenerys was giving to. The Japhite dude. The long hair. Damn. I forget his name.
Right?
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Remember that concubine was teaching her how to basically groom her to get ready to be his wife.
Yeah.
So she was basically giving her lessons on how to please a man. That was how it was done in the ancient world. But now you get a woman that's experienced. That's because she done sucked all type of rods. She did every position. She done did it all, man. She had a lot of experience practicing, man. You know? Niggas actually are more attracted to that than a woman that's clean, man. Chaste.
I'm gonna say it. I done been in a situation, a little quick testimony. I done been in a situation where you in a sexual relationship, with a woman, and then you realize everything she's doing is something she learned with another man, and it turns you on. You're like, since last time I was with this dirty ass chick, she doing new shit. Like what she learned? And it sucks to feel that way. You know?
Curses,
but that's what our people gravitate to in this society. A weak, haughty eyelid woman.
Yeah. You tell a woman to cover up, they thinking that they calling you a lame for telling a woman to have some decency.
Right.
You know?
No, just to me.
Hey, give me Isaiah 3 and 12, man. Isaiah 3 and 12.
Chapter 3, verse 12, and it reads, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the ways of thy paths."
You know, a lot of our men are destroyed because of matriarchs. This is where they lose their sense of that rulership mentality. It's being raised by a feminine energy. That's why you're docile and weak and you want to get along with all the other nations, even though you'll keep that same hateful energy towards yourself. You know? That's a sign of a people that's totally destroyed, man. You're defeated. You know? You're supposed to want a virgin, right? And that one you want a woman, like the scriptures say. Don't get with a woman just for pleasure. Don't give yourself over to a light woman. That woman got to have some decency and you know she can't be a light-minded woman. She got to have substance.
She gotta have skills. When I say skills, I'm not talking about sex. Can she knit? Can she knit? Can she sew? Can she cook? She know how to clean it and keep a clean house.
She know about the herbs.
She got trades. Can she heal? Like things that are in our nation for our people to be built up in that way? Is she chaste? Is she subjective unto you?
Hey, that's what. See, a man that's a king, that's royal. He's gonna look for those, because you know how these women on this side, things are turned upside down. These women have all these, they have all these, what they call it, preferences. That they want men to standards and preferences. These women got a laundry list. It's basically it's impossible. It's impossible. They have all these unrealistic. All these unrealistic requirements for a man.
Oxymorons, but don't even go together.
And then you ask them what they bring to the table, and all they got is box, man.
Pretty much.
But the men, he ain't looking for shit, but just, well, she's gotta have a fat ass, you know what I'm saying? If she could cook, you know what I'm saying? But if she don't, I'll just take her out.
It's just a bus for her.
He really, the woman could just get by just on her outward appearance for men.
And here's the biggest
he ain't looking for all the other things that the scriptures tell you you're supposed to look for in a woman.
But the part I love to remember is that's the one thing that's guaranteed to go away is the looks. The looks are guaranteed to go away.
They list he has to be a certain weight requirement. He has to be over 6 feet. You know, he has to be making over 6 figures. He has to have his own house and no apartment. He gotta have his own car. It can't be less than a 2010. You know, all of these, and what she bring, man? She brings weed, man. Weed and problems, man.
Extra mileage.
Yeah, so he pushes out these like female rappers. You know, all they want from a man is money. Money. That's it. Sugar babies.
And they're entitled to everything that you give them just for their appearance. Just because a chick got a body on her, she's entitled to the world.
And they get their body fucking
modified.
Go to Esau and get their
surgery.
Body surgery.
You men, you're pretty much being trained to think that those are the ideal prototype women you're supposed to go after. Going back to Isaiah 3 and 12, man. Children are your oppressors and women rule over you. A lot of men think the concept of a man is based on what women think a man should be.
Correct.
Because they're taught, because this generation specifically, starting back around the time of our generation, when fathers were taking out of the homes, systematically, the women taught men how to be a man.
We're taught to put women on a pedestal.
Or a man to do this. A good man to do this.
You gotta open the door for the woman. You gotta fucking do it for the man. Get the fuck out of here.
In the ancient world, it was the opposite.
You gotta bend the knee.
You gotta bow down to ask her hand in marriage.
For a fucking woman that's been with 5-10 guys before you. Tripping, man.
Hey, surely the turning your things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Esau, he didn't toss this shit like a fucking
pancake,
like a jumbo jack. It was madness, man. Yeah, you was holding the book.
I started Ezekiel 16 and 35 to read down. Wherefore, O harlot, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power, because thy filthiness is poured out through thy nakedness, discovered through thy whoredoms, with thy lovers, and with all the idols of thy abominations, and by the blood of thy children, which thou didst givest unto them. Behold, therefore I will gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure, and all them that hast loved, with all them thou hast hated, I will even gather them.
Wrong chapter.
Yeah, but that's talking about Israel. Yeah. That when you go into that, I think it's that chapter. It talks about how the Most High. It gives the analogy of like the Most High took you off the street, clothed you. You were you had sores and shit, and he put ointment on you, and he dressed you up.
Jewelry on.
Yeah.
And you got to, but that's how, look how cold-blooded. We back to the analogy of how our women are to us is how we as a nation are to the Most High.
Yeah, come.
He decked us out and dolled us up and everything. And she took all them good clothes and jewelry that he didn't hook us up with, that we hooked her up with, and went off and sought other men.
Yeah.
Learn the ways.
Yeah.
Learn the ways, and then use it for somebody else.
Yeah, don't use them for you.
Don't use it for you.
Right.
Use them for somebody else.
That's exactly what we did against the Most High. Same thing our women do to us.
You can't.
It's fucked up. Yeah.
I will even gather them around about thee, and will discover thy nakedness unto them, that they may see all thy nakedness.
Where are you reading from?
Ezekiel 16:38.
Okay.
And I will judge thee as women that break wedlock and shed blood are judged.
This goes with Hosea 2nd chapter, I believe it is. Go ahead.
And I will give thee blood and fury and jealousy. And I will also give thee into their hand, and they shall throw down thine eminent place, and shall break down the high places. They shall strip thee also of thy clothes, and take thy fair jewels, and leave thee naked and bare.
Well, this is what dealing with the mother's lovers is going to do. You got their attention, but they're going to take all them jewels and all. They're going to rob you of all of that. That's what the nations have done to us.
You're going to lose your glory.
Exactly. That's exactly what the nations have done to Israel.
Took away your glory.
It took away all our glory, and now look at us.
Well, this is a people robably spoiled.
Hey, what's that in Baruch? I think it's like the 4th chapter, where it says, give not which is profitable unto another nation.
Therefore, that's why we became a byword.
Yeah. Baruch 4, and I think it's like maybe the 3rd or 4th verse.
All right.
I got it. Yep. Oh, you get it?
Yep.
It says, Baruch chapter 4 and verse 3. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
That's what our people was doing. You know, why trimmest thou way to seek love?
Yeah.
You want to be accepted with all these other nations, but now that means what? That means that you don't have your heritage now, because the Lord got to take that from you. Because now you're committing untrustworthy acts to your provider. The Most High was our ultimate provider, man.
What you have to do, he cut us off.
You know what? Since you want to act like a hoe in my house, get the fuck out of my house, man.
And leave all your good shit here.
Yeah.
Leave all the nice clothes I gave you.
Yeah, leave all that shit,
The
man.
mink coats, the jewelry, the pearls.
No, that's Orange Juice Jones. Yeah. That's you with that alley cat wearing sucker.
Walking in the rain, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, put all that shit back, man. You gonna go out there and you gonna be a bum bitch.
But that was our law. If she leaves and she departs, she has to leave
Hey, hold on.
all
Hey,
her
come here.
sisters.
Come here.
Yeah.
You know? Is you still reading?
No more, right?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing? What's up, y'all? What's up with y'all, man? Y'all Israelites? Or what, man? What's up, man? Let me know something. Y'all the Israelites, the true ones?
Sir.
Yep.
Yeah, we seen you out here before.
Yeah.
You remember me? I seen you before.
You came out here before.
They ain't seen me, though.
I remember you from the strip.
The strip?
Yep.
That's what's up, man. That's what's happening, bro. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, bro. Because y'all out here still preaching the truth and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Letting people know that we the main characters of the Bible, right? Right?
And there's a requirement of us to be a righteous way.
Yeah.
Or we're going to get destroyed by the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, that's what I'm on, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to say, because my name Isaac, you feel me? My name means laughter, you know what I mean? And the Bible and stuff, you know, I know that in Revelations, as today, that it says that these people are synagogues of Satan, and that they're liars, and they claim to be Jews, and which are not. So I know what's up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
But knowing that, you have to further prove that by you fulfilling the role of the real Jew.
And what else they did, another thing they did was they took our spiritual from us and traded it for religion. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You know what I mean? Because when, you know, me studying and self-educating myself, dating 1619, right? The first slave ship called Jesus, right?
The slave shit, man. And, I have to look that up, my brother, man. The first slave shit, man, in 1619 was called Jesus, man. That's what fucked my head up. You know what I mean? And what else fucked my head up when all these brothers out here eating meat. See, I tell my brothers that we don't know ourselves until we don't know, and we don't know ourselves until we know where our food come from. You get what I'm saying? Y'all heard of Dr. Sebi? You know what I mean? In 1989, he went to New York and he cured every disease in the world. You know what I mean? From sickle cell, blindness, to AIDS and HIV and all that stuff. And the judge told him to bring 10 patients. He brought 89, 87. My point is that we eat meat nowadays and we focus on religion instead of focus on, because when he said the Son of God and shit like that, I was thinking that he was saying that we the son of gods with a lowercase g. I'm not saying we God with a big case G, you know what I mean? I'm saying we son of gods, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And we have to, like I was saying, we have to be in that role. And the rules that are written in here for his chosen people to be those lowercase g's, lowercase guys, we're supposed to fulfill that.
Yeah, so like, I've been on that shit, man. Right now, I turned to vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for like 2 months now, bro. Really strictly on it, bro. 2020, my goal is to go a vegan because I want to be at the higher level. So just get connected. They might think I'm weird that I'm connected with the, with the energy, with the earth, vibing with the earth. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I feel like we should get back to them Egyptian walls, and I'm not saying that we not. I'm just saying we should get back to you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Get back to our natural self.
Ultimately, that's what we've been going into today. We got to get back to our old statutes, commandments.
Yeah,
that the Lord gave us.
that part.
He gave us dietary laws. He gave us moral laws. He gave us civil laws. He gave us ceremonial laws. Yeah. We're supposed to keep them to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
But we lost that because we fell right into what? To the other nations, right? We brought over here to serve slavery, and we couldn't keep them. But now the Lord is calling us back to return, and that would be set in order before the eyes of His other people.
And you know what I like about
down, you put the shrimp down. You know what I'm saying? The crab legs, the lobsters. You stop getting tattooed. You stop, cutting your beards off. You stop committing adultery. All type of stuff, man.
Stop practicing these wicked holidays.
But you know what I like about the black men today? Because we might not know our language because it was took from us. And this is what we got. Because they say they be Brody. But that's all we got.
Yeah, that's all we need though.
And that's all we need. So if we can understand it better, you know where our IQ level at.
That's why we're out here. The Heavenly Father.
You know where our IQ level at, man. Because that's all they want to know, what's on our brain. They want to know how smart we is. It's not that it's not that it's a color thing. Because when I be talking about it, some people might be like, hey man, it's not a color thing. I be like, you're right. They didn't come over there because of that. They come over there because they took the food. There's 102 herbs they took. You know what I mean? We have the best food in the world. And I like to preach health because that's what's gonna make people, you know what I mean, on a better level. Health, we should eat starch and blood. Starch is dairy and blood is meat. And I feel like all our black men and stuff.
We said we shouldn't eat starch.
Yeah, we shouldn't eat starch or blood.
More importantly, it's about the spirit.
It's that too, but
that's what we got to correct first.
Your millennium gang, you got a millennium gang, right?
Yeah, right. But you eating those foods, that's not going to help save you, right? It's about being connected back with our source, man. Through Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. That's what it's about. That's why we on the highways and hedges, telling our people, or you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's why I don't understand, though.
Let me say one more thing, because if you remember, I'm sure we probably told you this before. At the end of the day, there's some major events coming to the earth. Some real bad events coming to the earth.
Yeah.
Martial law, race riots,
mass famines,
pestilences, all of those are coming. And only through this will you be protected, having your spirit right. So knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of that time.
And you're right about that. Knowledge is power. They always want to know what's on our brain. That's why we get knocked down.
And without that that hedge of protection from the Heavenly Father, you're going to fall victim to all the things of the world.
Revelation 22:14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For
The
without,
kingdom of heaven.
are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers.
So outside of the kingdom of heaven are all these low-level people, and most of our nation is outside on a low level, outside of the temple, the kingdom of heaven is wisdom from the Heavenly Father on a very low level. So he's bidding us to come back within this wisdom, and this belief, and this faith, that we may be closer to him and be protected from all those things.
For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
So that's what we're, like the brother was saying, that's what we've been talking about. How we as people gotta, through this word, through the spirit, we have to correct these things. And once you fall in humility and fear with the Heavenly Father, the wisdom becomes unto you, then you'll know exactly how much meat to eat or not to eat. You'll know which vegetables to put together.
I'm gonna say like this,
how to nourish
brother
your body.
man. Man's out the cave, straight facts. Cause I'm gonna preach what I know. I ain't gonna preach a philosophy. I'm gonna preach what I know. Now, man's out the cave. It's Esau in the Bible. Fed us meat, which is the first white man on the earth. He fed us meat. Corn is man-made, peanuts, you know what I mean? All this genetic modified, you know what I mean? You get pesticide food nowadays. They taking seeds out of grapes. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, is that we gotta eat.
4:13.
We proud of now, because when slavery started, don't act like they didn't exist. You know what I mean? Because that did exist. And not saying we came from that. But hold on.
One second. This is Ezekiel 4:13.
Right.
And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
And that's a prophecy, because here he is, we're among the Gentiles here in the land of our captivity.
Yeah.
And our people as a whole, we don't have our own markets. We don't have our own forms.
Yeah, you're right. We got our platforms, basically.
Yeah, we don't have that.
To explain.
We got to go and buy our food from these other people. A lot of this food that we're buying, they're the ones that's in control over how it's being grown and manufactured.
Yeah, man, go to Jefferson.
They're manufacturing this shit artificially.
Go to Jefferson.
So a lot of this stuff that we eat, even if we saying that we're eating vegetables and greens and all that, organic, a lot of that shit is defiled too. We can't, it's like basically what the Lord's saying here is, you're not going to be able to escape that.
Even if you try to eat,
you can try to eat the best that you can eat, but a lot of this shit is still
dinosaurs
defiled.
ate kale. You get what I'm saying?
You should still want to eat the kale and the spinach and all of the other stuff, but it's still polluted.
When they fed us that stuff, like black men nowadays, what I see is that they proud of eating that shit. They proud of go hunt. And white men taught Esau taught y'all how to hunt. And you proud of nowadays doing that?
It was never within the scripture that we didn't eat meat. Because look at the Passover. We were told to get a lamb, right? Right. We were told to get a lamb.
And say eat the tree of life. What about that?
That's metaphor.
That's metaphor. Yeah. It wasn't eating actual, fruit and stuff like that.
So you don't think that when God put us on earth, you don't think that He put the food, and natural food, and we didn't need doctors. You know what I mean? All them dentists and shit like that. And you are what you eat.
That's what we're
So
saying.
when we eating all this other stuff, bro, I can't support that. I'm going vegan.
Can you give us those principles of account?
But the Lord also made it
I can't support that. You know what I mean? If Christians out here doing that, eating meat,
We're not
like
Christians
that.
though.
Israelites. That's even better though.
But that's in our law.
But like we were trying to tell you,
I got a question though. Is that what do you guys practice that kind of stuff, not eating meat and stuff like that.
It's just wise.
Yeah.
The Lord gave us
Good,
quail.
man, 'cause, you know what I mean? Because I always wondered that kind of stuff. You feel me? Like, all right, do the
The Lord
Israelites?
He allows us to eat meat, but you're not supposed to overeat.
Yeah.
Right.
You're supposed to eat it in
Like
moderation.
that.
If you do eat it, you're supposed to eat it in moderation. But you're supposed to your meal is supposed to be comprised of a grain, a leafy green vegetable, a legume. What they call that? A legume, like beans and lentils and stuff like that.
Personally, I feel like I wouldn't eat nothing with a face. Personally, me, you feel me?
Ecclesiasticus 37 and 30.
I don't know, you guys might not be there, you might not be that level yet, but personally, me, I won't eat nothing with a face, man.
Where the scripture comes.
Nothing God created, I won't eat.
Hey, but not eating
with a
meat
face.
doesn't mean that you're more righteous than the person that do still eat. That's
You
not
right?
me.
Because we sick. We don't know how much we sick.
If that's your thing, that's
People will kick you out their own country speaking this type of shit.
Yeah.
They'll kick you the fuck out.
Yeah.
They country. Talking about not eating meat. Man, I know.
Watch
Trust me.
what he say right there. You're backing up what you
That's why I fuck with Dr. Sabi, man. You know Dr. Sabi.
Ecclesiasticus 37 and 29. Be not insatiable in any dainty thing.
That means don't be
greedy. Excessive.
You can't be unsatisfied.
Don't be gluttonous.
Nor too greedy upon meats, for excess of meats bringeth sickness and suffering.
Yeah. It run spirits on you and stuff like that. You ever fed a dog raw meat? That motherfucker turn crazy.
It takes that blood.
It's same thing with us. We eat meat. It's keeping us down. Now we killing each other. And we don't know how much we dying. It rubbing the spirit on us. Now we acting some kind of way. I don't support that, man.
And to go further with it, to show you that we do know, meat is acidic. So now your body is full with the different acids to the point where...
Ain't no such thing as protein, though.
No, it is.
No?
Yes, it is.
Meat has protein.
Meat has
Hey, man, you know who Dr. Sabi is?
Beans have protein.
Dr. Sabi said ain't no such thing as protein. It's only one diseases.
Dr. Sabi.
That's mucus,
He
right?
also said garlic.
Dr. Sabi also smokes cigarettes too.
Right.
He smoked weed, not cigarettes.
I seen him smoke cigarettes.
That was a joint he was holding.
And that's just as deadly.
That was a joint.
Yeah,
Hey, hold on. That was a joint he was holding. That was a joint he was
Is that
holding.
defiling your temple?
And weed
Wait,
is a herb.
Wait, okay,
By
but
the way.
I got a question. So smoking,
we may eat
right. So smoking is smoke is a byproduct of fire, right?
Electric. Our body is electrical. If you put herbs together, it's electrical. You spin it in hot. You know what I'm saying? Your body.
Smoke is
Your body's like a brain.
One second.
You know what I mean?
Smoke is
Your
a
spine is a
byproduct of fire,
signal
right?
to the earth.
Right? Smoke is a
So when you
byproduct
put
of
the
fire,
right shit in your body, I'm just saying, brother, when you put the right stuff in your body, it acts right. And you put the wrong stuff in your body, it don't act right.
Smoke is a byproduct of fire, though.
Why do your body resist the smoke when you inhale it?
Right. Because it's burning your what they call
Esophagus.
Your esophagus and
Yeah.
your larynx. Or your larynx.
Yeah.
You know, so that's harming your temple. So you know that's defiling. Smoking is defiling your temple.
Now the scriptures don't talk nothing against eating it, especially if you do it in moderation and for medicinal uses.
Right.
Absolutely.
But Dr. Sabi knows some things, but he don't know more than the Most High.
Exactly.
You know what I know about Dr. Sabi? He preached what he know, not no facade philosophy.
Now some things
He know.
Some things he was off.
Facts or not? He preached what he know.
Some things he was off.
He preached what he know.
He knew a lot of stuff, but some things he was off on. Garlic is literally an antiseptic. It cleans up the bacteria in your body. He said it was man-made.
What was man-made?
Garlic.
Garlic? Yeah, he did say that man-made.
That's a
He did say that.
herb.
That's like a pickle.
Like peanuts man-made. So you don't believe peanuts man-made?
No.
No? Corn eater.
He said
Corn eater.
almonds was also man-made.
Corn eater.
Almonds is not man-made.
Corn now?
Oh.
Corn now?
Corn man-made spinach.
Our people made all kind of dishes with corn.
Yeah, corn.
That's a European.
Corn was.
Corn came from the Europeans.
But we
Spinach came from the Europeans, right? Right. Every animal on this earth know what to eat.
Right.
Genesis 27
You get what I'm saying?
28.
Every
Therefore,
animal know what to
Yahweh
eat, but what about us?
Hold on, brother. The brother about to bring the scripture up. Go ahead.
Genesis, which means beginnings, 27 verse 28. Therefore Yahweh give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine.
the Most High saying this.
And weren't we eating garlic and leeks in Egypt?
Hey,
Yeah.
So
We had all that back then.
Was the Most High unrighteous when he gave us quail?
right, that's what I said.
white man planted wheat, right?
You said what?
Like, you know how if like your thigh open, you know how you walk into the outside and you see these trees and shit. They're not like, you feel me? You call these real trees and shit.
I have a question for you.
Like this tree right here, you call that a real tree? Like that's a real tree right here?
It's a palm tree.
Is it a natural tree?
Is it a natural tree,
I mean,
basically?
like, is it
You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to the stores right now, they taking seeds out your grapes, bro.
That's true. And watermelon.
And watermelon and shit like that, bro. So what do you think that when I focus on a healthier type thing? You
I got
know what I
a
mean?
question too.
See, that's why I said, that's why I had him bring out the scripture. We shall eat our bread to follow other Gentiles. Meaning
Yeah,
the
but
food that
like,
we
I
gonna
know
eat,
what's
it's
man-made
not
though.
gonna be-
Corn
it's not gonna
is
be real.
man-made, brother, man.
Right.
If you
It's
eat
polluted.
corn, you cannot digest it.
in order
It's
to-
shit.
it's been
When you shit,
modified,
but when you
but
shit,
it's
it
not
comes
man-made.
right out.
Okay, I got a question.
That is smart.
In order to be the
You
best
gotta-
you
you
have
can
to
see
be
that with your own eyes. When you eat corn, you shit it right the fuck out, like it's like right or wrong, right or
But
wrong.
our people still eat McDonald's.
I got a
The majority of our
question.
people
But you understand what I'm saying?
In order to be, in order to be
You know what I'm
the, in order to
saying?
be the best you have to be a balanced you, right?
I don't get
So you
that.
can't- you can't-
Them are questions
you
to be
can't-
answered. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what we're gonna
Yeah,
answer,
but
pal.
in order to be the best you have to be a balanced you, right? So being over alkaline is bad, right? Also being over acidic is bad. Yeah, you gotta be balanced. It's all about balance. So eating,
I believe
eating a
that.
bunch,
I believe that,
exactly,
yeah.
eating a bunch of vegetables
what
with
he's saying.
smaller amounts of meat. That's more of a balance than just eating. Now we do, as we said before, we do take breaks when we don't eat meat. We do it. But it's all about balance. You
That's
can't
right.
be too much in the alkaline. You can't be too much
Even
acidic.
Read that
with
script.
cholesterol.
Kind.
You can't
gotta
have too
have
much
some.
good.
Yeah, it's a good ass
You can't have too much
conversation,
good
bro.
cholesterol. You can't have too much bad cholesterol.
Kind. Kind.
Yeah.
It's Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Beautiful.
It's nice when you got that proper balance.
Yeah.
And everything was created with
I
balance.
get what you're saying though.
You know?
But you know,
We're not even
everybody,
trying to
I be on my own like
What's the-
journey
was
and
that in
stuff. So
Romans?
Romans 14.
14.
Somebody.
like, man,
Watch
what I know is what I know, man.
Beautiful.
Shit.
No. We ain't saying you are for that.
Yeah.
You're doing better than most of our people. We're not trying to take that away from you. We're commending you on that. But we said don't stop with there. While you where you are now, roll with that.
Yeah.
But when you realize
I like to help other brothers out. This is why I speak like this, bro. You feel me? It ain't no harm in that.
Romans 14.
Watch what it say. Watch what it
Romans
say.
14 at the top. Him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. For one believeth that he may eat all things. Another who is weak eateth the herbs. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not.
Yeah. So we don't hate people that live that
It's basically
vegetarian.
saying the one that will eat the herb. So basically it's saying the one that's sick. That's how I get it. Like
That's
the one, like,
what's
there's a lot of people that are sick. Like when you turn old and shit like that, you turn 53 or something like that, you find out you got cancer, you find out you got stuff like that, you start to turn eating the right way.
Yeah, and a lot of times it cures. Or it's too late if things
So
seriously.
a week, I get it. It makes a lot of sense.
See,
Right.
see, when we get like this world is gonna pass away. All the stuff that's on the earth right now, when the kingdom of heaven is established, when the Messiah comes back, it's like the earth is gonna basically give the earth a refresh. Everything's gonna go back to being fresh again. Everything right now is at its lowest quality because of who's ruling, who's in power right now. The so-called white man. He defiled everything. See, prior to him ruling the world, we was able to eat all these things that we're talking about without having to get sick. You know? But
We're
because
not talking
everything
about
is
the abominable foods. We're talking about the righteous foods.
Yeah, man.
You know, when we ate meat, we ate it in proper balance. I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
we ate it in proper balance and proportion.
But it was fresh. It
You
wasn't
know what I
defiled.
learned? When people like, it ain't the color thing, I be like, you right. They didn't come over there because we're black. They came over there because the food. We have the best food in the world.
Because of who we were in our spirit, too. And knew we were God's children.
You know what I mean? So that's why they came over there and took the food.
But let me focus on what the brother read right
And they European.
There's Romans 14:3. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth, for the Most High have received him.
Either way, whether you eat meat or not, if you're one of the chosen, you're still called of the Heavenly Father.
Right.
You know, you're still.
I believe that
you're still
because
gonna be
you're not
saved.
aware what you're doing at this time of days. And so when we all eating this and we proud of it and we don't know, we brought up on it. I know what you not aware of. I don't feel you should be blamed for it. You get what I'm saying?
But that's cool. But you're gonna once you find out.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but once our people find out, we're telling them everything.
Yeah.
So there ain't gonna be an excuse
Yeah,
if they
that's
didn't know.
kind of like exactly.
Now you're responsible
to build off you, bro, because ignorance not bliss.
Yeah.
You really, nobody has an excuse.
Wisdom is bliss.
Yeah, nobody has an excuse because everybody got computers in their pocket.
I feel sorry, man. What's all your names, man? I gotta go. What's your name? Y'all all got y'all personal names. Y'all got included in the
Fake.
It's spiritual, man.
Spiritual names.
That's what's name, bro. That's what's up. Hey, man. Keep doing what y'all do, man.
All right, bro.
On me, bro. Cause at the end of the day, bro, before I started this journey and stuff that I'm on right now, the Israelites woke me up. The black Israelites, you feel me? And I felt it. It's just, you feel me?
Just Hebrew Israelites, bro.
Yeah, I felt it. And then I just got deeper, bro. That's all it was. I just started to get deeper, bro. That's all.
So while you're on that journey, you know, stick with the right
Started to
things
get
you
deeper
can,
and deeper,
and when it's
bro.
time to grow, you'll know what to do next.
I actually, you feel me, got cut off talking to a couple persons out here with that stuff. You know what I mean? Because people say, oh, forget them, they rude, you know what I mean? I know y'all didn't heard it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know y'all done heard it. I done got treated the same way, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I still kept myself self-educated. You feel me? Because being self-educated and teaching yourself a lot, power is knowledge, man. That's why we die young. You know what I mean? But I'll talk to y'all, bro.
All right, bro. That's it, man.
Yeah, man. You know, Jake knows some stuff. You know, we're in that time where Jake, you know, they waking up to some of the things, you know, that Jake need to know, but they still not open to the overall bigger picture.
Right.
You know?
And it's tough. And you know, you can't deny when some people, how some people wake up. You can only pray that they wake all the way up from that position. And Nipsey Hussle shined a light on dietary laws and Dr. Sabi's things that we should be eating better. True enough.
Hey, but
that wasn't the end all be all for that conversation. That's just a starting point.
Done. It was a wake up and it was a deeper sleep too, man. When Nipsey Hussle being in the position.
That's a lot of the Jake that was just here. A lot of his influence is from Nipsey Hussle.
Had on the
Jake is like literally like Nipsey Hussle was like the new prophet now.
Yeah.
Since he's dead, we got to go to Nipsey and you know, go back to his interviews just so we can get guidance.
I was waiting on him to bring up a big currency, whatever. You know. Cryptocurrency.
If Nipsey was into that, yeah.
I mean, and Jake is so emotional. You can't even get into all the left hand shit. You know, this guy, they basically deitize this dude.
Worship this nigga.
You know, you got niggas, niggas arguing whether he's a legend or not.
Yeah.
Bro. He has that. He has that chill.
Yeah.
So what will make it funny is this. Because Jake is trying to wake up, but they don't. It's the Most High being the flesh back on our body as a people, but they don't have the breath of life yet. Only the electors don't have the breath of life. You don't have this wisdom that they can, like you were saying, can see the bigger picture and be able to articulate righteousness out of that and follow after that.
Romans chapter 10, verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahweh for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
God.
Or they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness have not
and that's not his, like this guy particularly, that's not his fault. It's just the level he understands. He see that there's an opening to come out of the world, and he got his foot in there trying to peek in to see. That's the level he's at. We're not gonna shame him or say, nah, you gotta eat meat. That's the level you understand, okay. But don't stop there. That's what I kept trying to tell him. But don't stop there. When it's time to grow, stay open to see with the next place that you need to grow towards in righteousness.
That's the spirit. The brother put that up on the comment board.
What was that?
The verse he just read. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake, going about to establish their own righteousness. I don't eat meat, man, and they'll get their reasons and opinions, why they don't eat meat. But that don't mean that you look down on others that still do. The Lord created everything on the planet. All things on the earth is the Lord's. So there are certain things that He gave to us in the beginning that we can consume. These are the animals that you can eat. That's lawful, and these are the animals that you don't eat. That's unlawful, man. You can't go beyond the Most High and try to establish your own righteousness, man.
But then you're gonna take the words of a man upon the earth over the word of the Most High.
Man. And Dr. Sabi, he wasn't the Most High, man.
And we know more than Dr. Sabi, man. Not to make it a pride thing or nothing like that, but hey, we have the wisdom of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. We got the scriptures.
We can edify you on the big picture, where he can only edify you in the smaller matters of certain dietary laws, practices. Which he was right on. Dr. Sabi was right on a lot of that dietary stuff. But he was also off, and he definitely didn't see the big picture.
Yeah, he spoke about earthly things.
Right.
He spoke about earthly things and heavenly.
That's right.
Spiritual.
It says the wisdom of this world is foolishness unto them. So.
And going about to establish their own righteousness have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Which is the law. The law said you can eat meat, but it's just specific types of meats.
Some requirements of that animal will you be able to eat.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm not
How you gonna look down on somebody for eating smoked brisket, but then you smoking?
You smoke cigarettes.
You smoking tobacco and shit.
Right.
You just taking in smoke.
Yeah,
My meat got smoke, but you taking in the smoke, man.
Through your lungs. And like you said, your body naturally rejects it.
Yeah.
Right.
Coughing and all this other stuff.
Yeah, bro, that's how people, smoke not supposed to be in the lungs, man.
That's why people die when they get smoke in the
lung cancer, bro.
Lung cancer.
You inhaling that substance, man. That's detrimental to your body, man. That's simple, man. Would you just walk into a burning building? No. So why would you put the burn within your body, man?
JB trying to get all extra hype, extra deep. But your spine go up to the, you know what I'm saying? You start talking about electricity and shit, like, dog, like chill out, bro. Chill out, man.
Stay one deep. And go too deep.
And you knowing all that shit is like, dude, but where's that, how are you applying that in life?
That's why I read that in Romans 10. He had a zeal to want to know more, but he didn't have any direction to go into. And that's,
you ain't gotta go all deep, man. Just get was that Sirach the 3rd chapter, man? Just get the knowledge of salvation, man.
Yeah.
Do the things that you need so we can get the hell up out of here, so you can be saved out of here.
I was about to bring out the history of garlic.
Oh man, yeah, Satan he went off on certain things. He said broccoli was a hybrid. Is that true?
I don't know.
I
know it's all about cauliflower.
Yeah.
I don't need to know that right now.
I know Gad was eating corn here though.
Oh hell yeah, they survived.
Yeah, hey, corns, beans, and squash. That was the three sisters, man. What they call the three sisters. They planted corns, beans, and squash together, real close to each other. Right, and each nutrient of each plant will help the other plant grow, man. So that more balance. Now the brother already said we know Esau fucked up the food, man. We already know this.
We focus on that small beans to the big picture. When you can't even buy seeds or go nowhere and buy your vegetables without a chip, then what you gonna do?
Right now, you can't even grow your own food. Yeah.
All this shit that's grown conventionally that you buying, you thinking that you eating all good. That shit got pesticides on it, man.
Seeds.
You know?
Yeah.
Pesticides on that shit, man.
Roundup.
Roundup. You know? Straight up glyphosate on that shit, man. You got chemtrails, barium oxide on it, man.
Red 3.
That's why the scriptures say it is through the mercies of the Lord that we're not consumed. You know, you're living by the graces and mercies of the Most High, man, not because of what you're eating.
Yep.
At least on this side. You know?
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
Not seeing the big pictures. When you guys don't see that's the thing, because he didn't know who to look to in the world. So he looked at Nipsey, and who was the last person Nipsey referred to? Dr. Satan. And that's where he's stuck at. Now realizing, because what did Yahweh say? A prophet have honor, but in his own country. He look at us, look like the same age, the same type of people as him, and he can't see guidance coming from us. Because he can't give up the fact that we know something he don't. So every point we made, he had to make his point. But I was trying, we kept trying to tell him, like, hey, bro, you're not going off. You're actually in a better position than the majority of our people from where the standpoint that you're coming from. But that's not the stopping point. That's the beginning. Then you grow further from there.
1 Corinthians 8.
I think that's what I want. What I was thinking of a moment ago. Is that about
1 Corinthians 8 and 2.
1 Corinthians 8. 1 Corinthians 8 and 2, and it reads, and if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know.
Hey, read that part again.
And if any man think he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know.
Yeah, I mean, you might think you know some things, but really, when it comes to this, which is something you're supposed to know, you don't know anything. You gotta go back to the drawing board, man. You gotta be taught.
But the problem is, you can see the problem you had was that he don't like the teachers. He don't like the teachers. Because we look like we all on the same level. And Jake don't like to be taught by somebody that they feel like, I know more than this guy. I'm better than this guy. I know I did more study. Jake don't like to see somebody doing or claiming that they know more than what you know, and they look like you.
Well, that's why it says in Ecclesiastes, in 9th chapter, the poor man's wisdom is despised.
Yeah.
You know, what matters to Jake is who the wisdom is coming from.
Right. Versus the wisdom itself.
The wisdom.
Yeah. Let's take the wisdom.
Nipsey, he gets all that clean. He gets, because he was before he died, he was a rich nigga. All right, he was considered, because Jake looked at that as that's something major to accomplish. Being a Jake in the ghetto, up under the curses. You make it out and you happen to start making millions. Jake respect that, and they be like, what? Since this guy's such a success, we're gonna value whatever comes out of that dude's lips. Obviously, how this guy think and what he says, he knows what he's doing. He's a millionaire. But somebody can say the same shit Nipsey was saying, and they'd be like, like, nigga,
you don't know shit.
Nigga talking about food. Saying, I love McDonald's.
They'll say something, or already knew that. I already know that, but you know this.
Right.
But when Nipsey said, oh man, that shit was so prolific, man. That dude was before his time, man. That dude's a legend. What about Yahweh Chanel and Shai? What about their legend? He created the heavens and the earth. He told you what to eat and what not to eat. Why you gotta wait for Nipsey to tell you that, man? Or Dr. Sadie?
How many hundreds of years was this written in a language you can understand, telling you what Dr. Sadie and this said hundreds of years later, thousands of years later, you're gonna get all the way to it.
It's Sirach 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds.
But take Nipsey because he, not just him, whoever, all those 50 figureheads that are out there, those celebrity figureheads out there. They take their words for it because they look like they deserve, like they physically deserve to belong in that position. Get the wisdom of being in that position and the workmanship that it takes to earn that position. The one that the Heavenly Father gave us the accelerated wisdom on. Okay? The apostles got it slow motion. The apostles got it through the Spirit, but they had to do the legwork.
Yeah.
We get it off the heels of what they, like I said, Apollo's water, and certain planted and the Most High gave the increase. Okay, that's how it's supposed to work. You can't just go off what somebody else say without proving that it's right. Go ahead and read that.
All right, let's continue in 23. What he said, they extol it to the clouds, but if the poor man speak,
just because of his position, go ahead.
They say, what fellow is this?
Hey, now they don't want to hear the poor man because of his position, because he's not lifted up
because he's not
among the people.
He doesn't have a high social status.
Same thing with our people in the church. They listen to Creflo Dollar, all those niggas, Joel Osteen, but the real men with wisdom and truth of the scriptures are, out there on the street corners. They treat us like niggas, man.
Social media is another modern day example.
Yeah.
The people that have the most subscriptions and the highest likes get the most subscriptions and the most likes.
Most followers. Yeah.
Because they trust what the other people have approved of. Versus the guy's page that really drops wisdom day in and day out, following that.
Perfect example. You go on YouTube, all the bullshit, all the folly, hundreds of thousands of views, damn near millions of views. You go to our pages, 20 views. Some of the brothers that got thousands, like a few thousand subscribers, you might get a few hundred, maybe 1,000, and that's if something controversial happens. We getting into it with somebody or cussing somebody out, that might crack a few thousand views.
But if it's history, like a lesson on history, you might get like 15, bro.
Nobody ain't paying attention.
You don't sensationalize the title and be all sensational in the video.
If you talking about the nigga woman or something like that,
that'll
or Esau catching hell. Jake love that.
Yeah. Only brothers in the truth are watching Apostles' history lessons, man.
Right.
Nobody else is clicking it.
Oh, I got something.
It says, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
That's just how they feel. Like when the day's gonna come where our own people, Jacob's gonna want us off the streets too.
Yep.
They're gonna want us off the streets, man. Get them guys off the streets. I knew they was terrorists or whatever else, right? But then when they realize that everything we said was true, then they're gonna seek us. They're gonna be looking for us.
Yep.
This will talk about the.
And that's the wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Counted this man's life madness. It is to be without honor.
How was he numbered among the children of God? Fools. Counted his life madness. I didn't get to read this, but I wanted to still.
Nipsey didn't leave y'all the blueprint. He didn't leave y'all the instructions on how to get salvation from tribulation, man. He didn't leave you. He didn't disclose you that information. He didn't tell you how to get right with your maker. He just told you how to hustle, how much money he got. How he came from the bottom, from the street, sold drugs or whatever he slangs, mixtapes.
Drink green smoothies.
Yeah, and then he became conscious, so he changed his diet, and now he's telling y'all, you gotta check out Dr. Satan. I gotta eat those, you gotta eat the spinach and drink your green smoothies. And to Jake in the streets, that's the deepest shit he ever heard.
when all you've been hearing is malt liquor, beer, you know what I'm saying, fried chicken, biscuits, gravy. And I got something too.
Yeah, but what you gonna do during the time of Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation? Nipsey was actually conditioning you to get ready for the mark of the beast. That whole concept of the marathon, the store that he had on Crenshaw and Slauson, that was a smart store. All right, he wanted to get you niggas acquainted with blockchain technology, because Esau wants to roll in the mark of the beast through this cashless system.
Yeah, he wants to be ahead of the curve so he can establish himself in that lane of business.
It's going to condition your mind, man, or so it could be a norm, man, something that you just see all the time, man.
He introduced the mark of the beast to the hood, basically.
Yeah.
Because you Jake wasn't going to take it without a spokesperson telling you about it, and he was that guy.
Yep.
There'll be more people talking about it. Go ahead with what you have.
Hey, Con.
Get Luke. I think it's 15 and 16, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not 15 and 16, then it's 16 and 15. You know, because ultimately, you know, Jake, what they hold in high esteem in society, the Most High is not dealing with it, man. All your top leaders, all the people that you look to, you know, from your MLKs to your Malcolm X's to your Tupacs to your Bob Marleys to whoever, man. You know, the Lord was not dealing with that, man. They all led you in some form of shape, in some way, shape, or form. They led you into destruction, man. They led you right into that ditch, man. They didn't lead you into the ways of salvation. If the Lord was dealing with Nipsey, if he was such a deep guy, he would have actually studied and understood the significance of Esau's use for blockchain technology to turn everything into a cashless society. All right, what are these? You know, hold on, because normally, you know, when these devils bring something, it's always something sinister. Motive. It's always some ulterior motive behind it. You know, why are we starting to transition to, you know, this all of a sudden? You know, was he into the scriptures? I don't think so. I don't think dude was into the scriptures like that. Did he come against? Did he understand what the mark of the beast was? I highly doubt that.
But one thing for sure, he knew that,
or he probably did know.
Yeah.
But he had to push the agenda.
Nipsey's household was coming to an end. No more cash.
Yeah, he was. He knew about the Israelites though, so he knew about the truth before he got out of there. But so he had no excuse.
Yeah, man. You know, hey, and that whole marathon thing, that's really like a chant for the elite. You know, because I mean, why did the emblem for his marathon thing is the checkered flags. The checkerboard that goes back to Freemason. You know. And then the fact that this guy dies, he happens to die at age 33. That's the highest level of Freemason.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, and Diddy, Meek Mill and all them cats. So that dude was pushing really a left-hand agenda, man. But Jake was getting caught up in these dudes' personalities, man. We all fell for it. We fell for Tupac, man. Tupac, he was pushing the left hand too. All these niggas, when they all come through into the industry and they make it on a level, they gotta come through Esau, man.
The worst and greatest prime example is Kanye West.
Oh man.
This guy came in appealing to the believers' ears when Jesus walks. So he did all the way went down to Lucifer and all this demonic ass music, all the way back to where he was singing the same songs in the church now.
Bro, he produced that Lucifer song for Jay-Z. Yeah.
But here's the thing people didn't realize. That hook and line was already in the subject matter, was in the beat already.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Jay-Z asked to add that to it. No, he added that to it, and Jay-Z gravitated to it. Yeah. Jay-Z even said that he don't know where he got his inspiration from that song because he never read the Bible. So the things that he was saying that had biblical reference was from the left hand. You call for this one.
Get that in Luke.
On this Luke 16 and 15, said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but Yahweh knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men,
That which is highly esteemed, highly regarded, right? Exalted. Go ahead.
is an abomination in the sight of Yahweh.
It's an abomination, man. That's why the Lord kills him. You hear you damn near worshiping the guy, the Lord put him to death. The Lord saw he was about to become an idol, and he eventually in death he did become an idol. The Lord took that idol out. You know? Because the Lord, hey, he is a jealous power, right? You know? The Lord take your idols out, man. You ain't supposed to be worshiping that, man. You take some of the things that these men may have said that's actually true, you know? Certain things that are actually knowledgeable, we ain't saying that you know, we're not telling you to disregard that, but at the same time, these people, they were just, these motherfuckers were court jesters, man.
Right.
Yep. Eventually they sold out. So you ain't supposed to be looking at these people on a level of a god, man.
Sort of like Lupe. Okay, if he asked his first 2 albums, then his third album, his fourth album was just world, and he started kicking out the first two. And everything, and then his last couple of albums just satanic shit. Back to
Go
the
all
rap
out. They just go all out afterwards, man. You know? That's why you don't follow them, man.
Jeremiah 5, verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men, they lay wait, as he that setteth snares, they set a trap, they catch men.
And lately, you listen to whether it's Kendrick's music right now, we're still waiting to see what's next, Kendrick. You got more righteousness on the next album, but not. Okay, you've grown more righteous, but like even like
He ain't righteous.
You know. But that's what I'm saying. We're gonna wait to see what happens. But with Nipsey, we know he took just like Ab Soul did. They use those righteous things, just like Kodak Black, just like some of these other guys. They use those righteous things that are gravitating around the people, and they take it, but then they twist it up and throw bullshit in there and corruption. Okay, they take a little bit of truth, then they flood you with all the lies, man, while you got your mouth open.
That's how they get you, man.
That's the trap. They put a little bit of truth, which you've heard somewhere before. That sound right. And then they throw all these lies on top of confusion.
But they want you to think it's the truth because you hold on to that one truth that they say.
But then eating that down, you eat down the other 5 lies or 11. That's right along with it.
These niggas from these other Israelites, you know, that get with these rappers and teach them a little bit about the truth. You false prophets, you're a part of that, man. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxes rich. They are waxing fat, they shine, they overpass the deeds of the wicked.
And because Nipsey is now looked at like a prophet, or like a leader,
god.
For our people.
Like he's some kind of savior.
Like just like Tupac was looked at like that, they look at this guy like that now. When where did you see the true evidence of any righteous success that this man had? Because he owned businesses and corrupted by money? Because he had a beautiful wife or whatever and children? Or he owned, his album went gold or whatever the hell it did? No. The wisdom is what proves what you are, how much if the tree have been dressed. The wisdom and righteousness will be how about Chanel Shah. You got it right?
They are waxing fat, they shine, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper.
Yeah, he may bring up those things in his music, but he ain't looking at the reasons why or even how to solve it. But the prophets, we know the reasons why and how to solve it. Okay? We know the reasons why and how to solve it. The Most High. the answer to both. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua is the answer to both. Is that right?
And the right of the needy do they not judge? Shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
Should he destroy us and avenge us for all the wickedness that we proceed to do in his name? In his lane that he choose the priest and the prophet in? For them scattering the flock?
I remember I said, this was probably like maybe a year or so ago, I was like, these niggas would rather Tupac and Nipsey Hussle to come back than Yahushua.
Yeah.
You know? These are the same niggas that if Yahushua was walking on the earth, give us back Nipsey and Tupac and take Yahushua.
Give us back Barabbas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same spirit.
That's our people, man. That's our people, man.
Verse 30, a wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. Prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means. And my people love to have it so. And what will ye do in the end thereof?
Our people love lies. They love deceit. The priests can do what the hell they want. You know, as long as they got the status and respect, they can tell you whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
They can watch their fortune just skyrocket, man. Cause Jake, they stuck on stupid, man. Simple. The simple belief of every word, man. You know. You don't just take a man's word just because he's rich or because he have a high social status, man. You know? But that's Jake though. And Jake picked their leaders exactly how women choose their men. You know? I like him because he's tall and he got money and he got muscles. You ain't thinking about nothing internal. You ain't thinking about character. You ain't thinking about nothing like that. What do you know? You know?
Wise or hard work, none of those.
None of those is that's not. You ain't gonna talk about that.
Integrity, nothing.
You're gonna talk about the external shit. You know?
Stuff that can be changed with the proposition.
That's why the Lord said he looked not on man for the outward appearance. You know? He looks at the heart.
This is Sirach chapter 27. I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start up at verse 4. As when one sifted with the sieve, the refuse remaineth. So the filth of man is in his talk. So you can see how grimy somebody is by the way that they deliver their messages. Mm-hmm. But you filter it out with wisdom and truth and facts. If you can filter the things with those, it shouldn't be much more refuse or filth left in. Okay? It says, the furnace proveth the potter's vessel, so the trial of man is in his reasoning. Okay? It says, the fruit declared that the tree had been dressed, so is the utterance of a conceit in the heart of man. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of men.
Yeah. Praise no man before you hear him speak, man.
If thou follow, right?
That means what? Try the spirit by the spirit, man, whether they be of the Most High. You know? How do you try them? Through if they're saying what's according to the scriptures, not what they're saying with their own vain opinion, you know, or what they learned off of Wikipedia, or with some autobiography or some, you know, some books written by, you know, whoever, man. You know, that's why you got niggas in Israel getting carried away, switching up the doctrine because they're reading too many freaking books, man.
they don't know when they how to read those books, how to take the chew the meat and spit out the bones.
Yeah, they don't have to.
You know, when you read the book, they say Africans or blacks. That's Israelites, not Africans and black people.
But it could be talking about it, but you gotta get to the other characteristics to see. Like we read that we read about him. It's talking about Africans, but the customs and some of the characteristics of those so-called Africans clearly Israelites.
Yeah.
So it's things like that you gotta be able to grow in the discernment of. Reading on, it said, verse 8, thou shalt obtain her and put her on as a glorious robe. The birds will resort unto their light, so will truth return unto them that practice in her. So if you seeking for truth in its sincerity, but really giving a diligent search and study to show thyself approved, it'll come unto you. You'll be able to find it.
That's good.
Right? Who was home? I was done with that. You was home with something?
About the Luke 6, or I can grab Matthew 15 and 14. It's Matthew 15 and 13. But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up.
Yeah, because a lot of these young upstarts, man, you hear a piece of the truth, then you mingle it with the bullshit that somebody else said. You mingle it with what you thought you already know. You didn't fully humble yourself as a newborn baby. So now your mind is left to try to sew these ends together to make these ends meet, so you can try to see the big picture, but still don't line up.
And you got unanswered questions, and you just trying to put it together yourself, but you using your own vain opinion.
You didn't address this issue here.
Yeah.
It's like sewing a pair of pants together, but you didn't address how you gonna buckle them up and keep them on your waist. You know, the foundation of what pants is about. Yeah, the leg is real nice and the length is right, but the whole part of the working nature of it don't work because you miss some valuable foundation moments, some foundation points. You know?
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. The Lord is only going to give the perfect understanding to those that are grounded in rooted. If you're not one of the ones that the Lord planted, then you're going to have a shaky foundation. Whether it be on stony grounds, whether it be on thorns, you know, it's not going to be on that good solid foundation. So you'll be easily swept to and fro with every wind of doctrine, man. You know, you'll be easily moved by them seducing spirits teaching you the doctrines of devils, man. A person like that, you know, they easily, as soon as they hear something new, you know, they just gotta gravitate to it.
Scripture, people have itching ears.
Yeah. So if you're one of those individuals, then you're one of those plants that the Lord did not plant. You're one of those trees that the Lord did not plant, man. You know? There was more on that?
14, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Yeah. The Lord blinded you and the leader that you're following.
It's flashed. See the flash?
I respect the person.
All of them are blinded. You following Creflo, you following TD Jakes. You know? Hey, if you following Vocab, you following those apologists, urban apologists. Welcome, man. You're blind and they're blind. Because neither one of y'all understand the full truth. Alright?
It's Luke 6, verse 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Yep.
And because when you look at the men that Jake puts in high esteem, you know, whether it be Nipsey, whether it be Pac, You know, look at the men, Dr. Sabi, the men with the biggest following, go on and on, man. Those men are lying to you, man. They're giving you false visions, man. You know.
And Nipsey thought he was gonna be able to turn the whole Crenshaw district into just Black Wall Street, another Black Wall Street.
But see, what he don't realize is what he was trying to do. Esau had their own plans because they in that stadium and they got that Metro link going through there. It's like, Nipsey, you ain't about to. This is our world. You know, we control this shit. That's why they gentrifying Inglewood and the whole Crenshaw district.
That's it. And in the area where he was able to make that purchase for that little plaza, that was they call it an opportunity zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and economics were.
They don't want that.
Yeah, you know, they'll bring the value down just so it could be affordable, and then once it's bought, then the value goes up.
Yeah.
You know. But it was like, oh, that ain't your shit.
Go out to Malibu and see if you get a chance to purchase a, you know what I'm saying? Put one of those marathon stores, boutique or something on one of them strip malls over there. It ain't happening. It's cool right there for niggas to be in the parking lot hanging out, signing autographs, and smoking weed or whatever the fuck else.
Hey, when Jake, not to say that prospering is off, but when you try to prosper in this society, you going off.
Yeah.
Because the Most High,
clear that up.
The Most High, really the only way to prosper is through this wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, that's where our blessings come in, is if we follow the law, statutes, commandments, the wisdom. You get it any other way, you should be prospering that way. When Jake try to, prosper and set up and, let's try to build here and all that, you're going against what the Lord established.
Bro.
He doesn't want us to get acquainted and comfortable and cozy in the land of our captivity. He wants to come up out of the ways of this captivity, man. You know? He was getting you ready to basically build right here in Babylon.
In captivity still.
Yeah.
Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and his righteousness.
Go up to like 2 million. It's something like about 30 maybe. It might be 30. About the things the Gentiles seek for.
That's 32. 32. For after all these things
that's why I want the verse up, because it's on the list.
For after these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things.
He's talking about the clothing, the shelter, food, those things you seek for. You shouldn't be seeking to be wealthy in this society and in captivity. Just to have your basic daily bread, man, the basic necessities.
You seeking for this wisdom, and the Heavenly Father's going to give you what you need.
Right. That's what it says.
But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
You're going to get those basic necessities and needs. But your mind got to be in the right place. If your mind's not focused on the best things or the most important things at hand, you just set yourself up for destruction. You're just distracted, trying to make money. Like it says earlier up higher in that chapter, you can't serve two masters. You got to have the Most High as that focal point. And then all the rest will be added up. All the rest of the things you need will be added up. That was it on that, right?
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 12, and I'm going to read down. Go and proclaim, Jeremiah 3 and 12. Go and proclaim these words toward the north and say, return thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, for I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever. Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy power, and hast scattered thy ways to strangers under every green tree. And ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord. Turn no backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you. And I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Yeah, he's going to give us back the seers, the prophets, those that's going to give us direction. All right? That's what he's done.
Baruch 4:28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Seek him 10 times more, fervently. How? Search out these scriptures. You know? That's what we got to do. Y'all don't understand how much society truly is. One bus can run a light and fuck up life in a city. Man. Anyway, go ahead with what you had.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Yeah, if you're seeking after how to get your money right, seeking after good clothes and all these other things, seeking after any foothold on the world, the Most High ain't dealing with you, man. You don't get destroyed right along with this place. But he's telling you to depart from that thinking and that way of life and seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and the Most High's righteousness. And you can get all those other things that you desire that you need.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction.
Destroy you. Seeking after the things of this world. What good is having a smart store? What good is owning an NBA team, football team, and whatever, and having all these billions and big houses and whatever else, if you ain't right to where you can enjoy these things? If you don't get peace to truly enjoy the things that you got.
Oh, back in was that First Timothy the 6th chapter? They that be rich in this
13,
world, they fall into
Come on, I know what you're talking about.
many sorrows and temptations. Because I remember the brother in the Mississippi camp, he actually did a video responding to there was a clip with Bow Wow.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He was standing like in his backyard. And he was talking about how like, yeah, man, I got all this shit since I was a little kid. You know, I got the mansions, I got the lake over here, I got the cars, I have women that travel the world.
But people don't understand. I'm going through shit.
He's still searching. He said he's still searching. He said, this really ain't a real life here.
Yeah,
even though I have all this stuff, this is really not life.
He said one of the simple things that he wished he could have was going to the prom.
Yep.
Something he can't get back. If he could have went to his high school prom, he would, you know.
He said, I never walked down Hollywood.
I never do regular shit. Regular things that us regular people, you know, treat as something simple, but we enjoy. These are things that he wished he could do. I can't walk down the street. I'll get mangled. I can't trust a woman ever because of the money that I've accumulated in my life, whether I got it or not. You know?
Because that's what happens when you give it over to the music industry, man.
You're a slave.
You're a slave. You know what I'm saying, man? You gotta do everything in your power in order to keep the things that you have. Hey, Jay-Z, we always say, man, Jay-Z is one of the biggest slaves in Israel, man. He gotta do whatever the elite say or they gonna break that nigga, man. You know, that's why he's in the position that he's in. Jake look at him like, oh man, you know, Jay-Z work with the NFL, he doing this, he doing that. Yeah, Jay-Z has done hella wicked stuff, man. That man's soul is gone, man. Jay-Z is going to die, man. He's gonna get burned, man.
And you look at Jay-Z, all the people that came up with Jay-Z, none of them are around him anymore.
He double crossed.
All of them. Biggs, Dame, all of them.
Yep. And fucked up, he used the Yahweh Shai reference when he said it, called himself J-Ho. He said, I had to get off the boat so I could walk. I had to get out the boat so I could walk on water. That's the line he really used to justify why he got rid of all the people around him.
That nigga had no integrity. He was willing to do anything.
Yeah.
Anything, man.
That's a wicked nigga, man.
Worship the man.
That nigga said some slick shit about Dame Dash's wife in the song, man. Like
yeah, that's a grimy nigga.
Grimy nigga, man.
I got something. It's 1 Timothy chapter 6. I'm gonna start with verse 6. I think the verse you want is further down. But this actually hits it too. It says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain." Those are the righteousness of the Most High that we should be seeking. The kingdom of heaven we should be seeking for. That all those things will be added unto us, right? It says, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and unto many foolish and hurtful lusts."
Yep. That's why they get all messed up, man. They take losses. They spend up all their money. They're like Floyd.
I was gonna use
that nigga's coming back out of retirement because that money drying up.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
God.
All of them taxes is hitting his ass, man.
And
He hasn't truly amended his lifestyle.
And this Jake trying to justify it, like, oh, maybe he just loved the fight game. I'm like, man. So if he loved the fight game, he would fight the top dogs. It's like if MJ or Kobe come back, they're not coming back to play in the D League.
Right.
Or
You know what I mean?
at least one to fucking fight. Because this is big business.
Yeah.
For these, gambling.
Yep. Vegas.
It's big business for these fighters to, keep on fighting. It makes it at least a lot more money.
Yeah.
And they're entertaining. They at least like to see us do, jump high and fight and all that.
Yeah.
The Edomites like to see that. So, they got him as a puppet.
God, who you think was fighting in them in the Coliseum?
Right.
Jakes. There wasn't no damn Edomites in there fighting no lions and shit.
Why would you want to be in a bullshit? I would not want to see Adam Silver playing in the NBA.
Yeah?
I don't want to see that. Adam Silver is the commissioner of the NBA. I don't want to see that. Anyway, it says, and to many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Many sorrows, man. More stress. More distress.
More money, more problems.
More money, more problems, man. Them motherfuckers ain't happy with all that money that they fly.
This one down
all the cars they driving in, they fly first class. In the beginning, it seems like it's heaven to them. That shit becomes weird when the curse sets in. While they think that they escaped the curse, more bitterness multiplies.
Imagine the small scenario of being in first class. You get on the plane, you in first class, you Bow Wow or whoever, you up there alone with your team, people you've been talking to since you've been on tour or whatever's going on, wherever you're going, you're up there doing that. But all you really wish that you can go do is talk to people in the back and have a regular conversation. Yeah, you got more leg room, you got, up in first class, it's better hors d'oeuvres and shit like that up there. But the real things of value is sitting in the back struggling. That's the people that's buying your music. That will tie you right back into to starting your fame again. But that's the Most High allowing that to come on you for your for the lust of your desires that you want. Because you were lusting to be rich and all that vain glory. Probably that's the part. That's the phrase I'm looking for. You're looking for vain glory. We're looking for righteous glory, man. Glory for the Most High. How do we know that that's what we're looking for? Because we're looking for it to appease the Heavenly Father who gives out that type of glory.
Yeah, it's like Apostle Paul said, they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we are incorruptible.
Right. verse 17, it's still in 1 Timothy the 6th chapter. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. And that's what they wish they can do. They can't go back and enjoy life in its simplicity no more. They gotta live up to that lifestyle. So the Most High, He was basically telling the people to balance out the people as far as their money. If they have more money, balance them out so they can stay on a humble level with everybody else. Okay? And that's why I said it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to come into the kingdom of heaven.
Because a gift destroys the heart.
Your mind ain't gonna be right in serving the Most High if you got all the responsibilities that come with having an abundance of money.
You gotta always watch your back.
Can't trust nobody.
Hell no.
Can't trust me.
Luke and Matthew, where your treasure is, there where your heart is. You know, that's all. Basically, that's all you're concerned with. You losing sleep over worrying about, you know, your bank account and how much you got saved, and, you know, how much you owe, or all the material possession that you have. You ain't worried about the Most High. All you're thinking about is your riches. Where do you have the time to seek the Heavenly Father? They ain't worrying about the Most High. You know? And then when they come with the threat of it being lost, now they bugging and stressing out. I gotta go on another tour. I gotta do something. You know? I gotta step back in the ring, man. Let's go and suck and saw dick so he can get another opportunity to you know.
I gotta sacrifice a family member.
Yeah.
I gotta re-establish a new oath.
Yeah.
With the left hand side. With Bob from that.
Job 28:12, I'm reading down. But where shall wisdom be found, and where is the place of understanding? Man knoweth not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. The depth saith, it is not in me, and the sea saith, it is not with me. It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof. It cannot be valued with the gold of Ophir, with the precious onyx, or the sapphire. The gold and the crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it shall not be for jewels or fine gold. No mention shall be made of coral or of pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies.
Right.
Yeah. You can't compare the value of earthly material to heavenly wisdom. The heavenly wisdom is far greater, man. This is something that we're getting from the heavens. The gold and the silver and the diamonds and the rubies, that's of the earth. You tell me what's more valuable. What's more powerful, the things that you can't see or the things that you can't see?
Verse 19, the topaz of Ethiopia shall not equal it, neither shall it be valued with pure gold. Whence then cometh wisdom, and where is the place of understanding? Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living, and kept close from the fowls of the air. Destruction and death say, we have heard the fame thereof with our ears. Yahweh understandeth the way thereof, and he knoweth the place thereof. For he looketh to the ends of the earth, and seeth under the whole heaven, to make the wake for the winds, and he weighteth the waters by measure. When he made
heavenly wisdom here. It was through wisdom how the Lord, set the bounds for everything, man. You know?
Yep. It's at Esau's bounds. Where he can't pass.
Let alone the ocean.
Yeah.
When he made a decree for the rain and a way for the lightning of the thunder, then did he see it and declare it. He prepared it, and searcheth it out. And unto man he said, Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. And to depart from evil is understanding.
Right. It simplifies it, man. Simplifies it.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 7:8. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison to her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. Now let's talk about the wisdom, man. You know, because wisdom, as the brothers want to, wisdom is the most precious thing upon earth, man.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. And because King Solomon, this is going into it, it says King Solomon preferred wisdom above all. Hey, but with wisdom, he understood everything and got the kingdom, man. You know, got the 40 years. Yep. Yeah, the 40 years.
That was when the earth was at its most peaceful. It was under that 40-year reign under Solomon. Esau, bitch.
Randomly, it is true.
Yeah, we brought this out earlier, but
Bring it back.
Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Keep going.
Oh yeah.
For what nation is there so great, who hath Yahweh so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for? For what nation, what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently.
Follow after the righteousness of the Most High. Okay.
Lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest thou depart from thy heart all the things of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons. Teach them thy sons and thy sons.
Sons and their sons, right? Basically, all the way down to continue this wisdom going amongst all the people. That's the righteousness of the Heavenly Father. The real value is in these things, in this wisdom. That's all we say.
That's something you pass down to your generations after you. This is the most valuable thing to pass down to your descendants. Yeah. Is this wisdom. You know, these commandments. And when he dropped that on Moses to give to Israel, that was like the Lord basically dropping, his inheritance. He was dropping his value down to his sons, man. Because you're gonna live with this for the rest of your life.
Put no camera on. I ain't gonna put no camera on. All right, good. I got you. Go ahead. Speak the word.
You passed it down to us as a people, and we're the only ones that have the secrets of the kingdom of heaven. And get out I think it's Deuteronomy the 29th chapter.
No.
Yeah, 29 and like the 29th verse.
It's Deuteronomy 29.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 29 and 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
Come on, man. The secrets, man. Hey, it's like a treasure. Don't the Lord say, don't he compare his knowledge to treasure? You know? He gave that treasure to Israel. And it had to get passed down throughout the generations. That's why the Lord commanded us to teach our children, and they teach their children, and they teach their children. You know? But our treasure got took. We went into captivity, man. They took our treasure.
This continuance of our heritage. Commandments for our heritage. That was passed down and made us wise and more valuable than anybody in the earth. And that's what's also making us more valuable in the times to come. Go ahead and read that 6.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 20, no, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures on earth.
And treasure, people normally hide their treasure. So that's why it's like a secret.
So why they hide?
This wisdom is basically exclusive to us. You know?
Exactly. That's up.
It's a treasure, man. It's literally a treasure to have this wisdom, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves.
Well, you gotta worry about it. Treasure on earth, you gotta worry about that.
Brothers here going actually working 9 to 5 and still get taxed.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt.
Nothing can touch it. It can't be taken from you. Wisdom can't be taken from you, except by he who gave. Go ahead.
And where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
All right. Your heart is going to be, if you're one of the Lord's chosen, your heart is going to be within the secret place. That's where your treasure is at, which is what? This
Let me show
wisdom.
you something. We all the way off camera, bro.
Seek the things that are above and not in the things that are on the earth.
So what you out here preaching is wrong. But they out here
that's where your affection is going to be.
That's how we go.
Because that's our treasure, man. That's the inherited gift that the Lord gave us, man.
I'm about to say about your mom to that man. The nigga, man, he had like a ID for like some country in the Middle East and some shit, man. Some Islam nigga shit, man.
Yeah, go get lost in it.
Oh, the most I always bring in a 2/3 nigga or nigga woman up to give us an example. Jake is through, man. Saying I buy some shit, man.
Bugged the hell out, man.
Bugged out, man. I said,
like 2/3 are excluded on this side. 2/3 are excluded out of the inheritance.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna be able to get the inheritance through the elect, man. These niggas they out of their freaking minds, man.
Death by pain.
Yeah, they gotta die.
Ask your question. Ask your question to the speaker.
What's up, man? What's your question?
Where are you from?
Where am I from? What do you mean, like geographically?
Where are you from?
Geographically?
I'm asking a specific question. Where are you from?
That's pretty vague. Yeah.
You from where?
As far as my nationality, I'm from Israel.
What's the name of this country that you're standing on right now?
Which one?
What is the name of this country that you are standing on right now? You don't know this? You don't know this Morocco?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I didn't know that.
All right, bro.
You don't know that this Morocco. Do not disown something that you can't even listen to. You don't know that this Morocco?
We know this was Morocco.
No, we didn't know that.
We know it.
What's your nationality?
It's called Amerigo.
What's your nationality?
Israelites.
You Israelites. Okay. Okay. What's your nationality? What nation are you tied to?
Israel.
Oh, you tied to Israel? Why you not in Israel right now? Where are you right now?
So we were kicked
Where are you right now? I'm not asking you about all the extra stuff, bro.
Hey, that's enough, bro. That's enough. We ain't. Hey.
That's enough.
Listen, man. Take that pick out your head.
No, bro.
Take that pick out your head like you really that.
Nah,
Where
bro.
are you really from, though? Where does
We're
your
not gonna engage
bloodline
with you,
lay
bro.
at, bro?
We're not gonna engage
I'm
with
not
you, bro.
asking you about none of these fake little whatever.
Isaiah
They ask you where your lake,
33, verse 6. And
Where
wisdom
you
and
really
knowledge
from,
shall be
though?
the stability of thy times, and strength
Because
of
if I ask you
salvation.
to identify
The fear
yourself,
of the Lord
everybody
is his
here
treasure.
gonna pull out an
That's the
identification card from a state.
Okay, that's the treasure.
Ain't
we're
nobody
talking
else
about.
gonna pull out no identification card.
Okay, it's to be desired
Where they
above
really from. You
pearls
gotta. You
and
say you from
earthly treasure.
Israel. Pull out a nationality card that you from Israel.
Proverbs chapter
Pull it
26 and verse 4. Answer not a fool
I am
according to his folly,
nothing like that, bro.
lest thou
Pull out
also
your
be
card that
like
shows
unto
you from
him.
Israel.
Read that again.
Answer
Pull
not a
out
fool.
your card that shows you from Israel.
Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Morocco.
I'm gonna tell you what this
So
is
you
our
from
card.
America
This is our
or
card that
Morocco?
shows-
Oh, well, which America? You talking North, South, or Central? Which America are you talking about? Let's go.
Niggas bugged out.
Let's go. One of the real ones, man.
So what
Which
you gonna do
one?
with martial law? What you gonna do when martial law comes?
What do I have to do with a marshal? A marshal
Martial
protects
law.
me because
Martial
that
law.
is no.
Martial
See,
law.
you
What
speaking
does martial
folly
law
to
mean?
me, Mo.
What does
You
martial law
speaking
mean?
folly
What does
to me
martial law
more,
mean?
and I don't
does
deal
martial
with
law mean?
folly. You hear me?
What does martial law
drunk.
mean?
I don't deal with folly,
We
bro.
don't either. So go ahead and read the precept, bro.
Answer
ain't out
not
of
a
a
fool.
Go to Sirach 22.
You ain't even got a
13.
Circa 7 Quran.
Answer not a fool according to his folly,
You don't even know that
lest
you
thou be
Muslim.
also like
We all
unto
Muslim
him.
and live. But they want to keep reading and shouting. What you shouting for?
Hey,
Y'all
where's
not
some
Muslim?
private
You not Muslim and live? You not.
22 and 13.
This is Sirach 22 and 13. Talk not
L-I-M-D.
much with the fool, and
You
go
not
not to
Muslim
him
and live.
that hath
You
no
telling me
understanding.
right now you not-
that
you
foot.
got no Muslim
Beware of them,
body.
lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his foolery. Depart from him,
What are you telling me?
and thou shalt find
That
rest,
your body is not
and never be
Muslim and live?
disquieted with madness.
This is somebody you don't give the treasures to. You don't cash your pearls, man.
What is he giving me? He's giving me folly, bro.
You just let that go. You just let Jake beat. You ain't gonna get through to a soul like that.
He's giving me folly, bro.
Too immersed in the wines, man. Too immersed into the wines, man.
Mercy to the wines. What wines?
You're drinking, but not with strong drink.
Drunken, but not with strong drink. Look at me in my eye when you talk to me. Don't look over there. Look at me in my eye when you talk to me. You're not doing that, bro, because you're not building and you're not upholding the nation,
I'm
bro.
not gonna address you, bro.
Who is your God, bro? What's your nation? Where you from? You tell me you from Israel.
It ain't Allah.
Take your ass
My God
back
ain't
to
Allah.
Israel.
It ain't Allah.
Take your ass
We
back.
are.
It ain't Allah.
It ain't Allah.
It ain't all law.
It ain't Allah.
It ain't all law. You telling me you don't go by all law? You telling me you ain't governed by no laws?
Jake is bugged out, bro.
The laws of what, bro?
Hey, give me Deuteronomy 28.
You mean the
28.
bibliotext?
This is what happened to
Meaning
this
the
guy.
book of the sun.
You can't even
Stop
reason with
that. You can't reason with me because I don't reason
No,
with
because the
folly,
scriptures get
bro.
ready to tell you why I can't reason with you. Give me Deuteronomy 28.
This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 28. And it reads,
I'm gonna let you read more. It's law.
this is Deuteronomy 28 and 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And when we return
Read that, bro. Just read that.
This is Deuteronomy 28, 28. The Lord Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
That's why we can't deal with you, bro. You spit
Because
with
why?
madness.
Because
you're
what I'm
spitting
spilled with madness.
Spitting with madness. The
Yo,
Lord
listen
smote
to
you
me.
with that.
Yo, listen to me more. You ain't got that one nationality ID nor anybody.
What you got? What's that? What's that?
No, anybody in this circle.
What's that? What's that?
One nationality ID that they even tie to a nation.
That's not gonna
You out
work
here
tomorrow.
spitting what?
Why would you need an ID? Why do you need one?
Why do you need an ID?
Yeah, why do you need
a nationality?
Why do you-
Bump the ID.
why do you-
That's folly.
No,
Because you
why-
asking me
why do-
about an
why do
ID.
you need an ID?
Why do you need?
Why do you need?
Why do you need
Why do you need that?
a Sear
He asked you,
Forest
don't put the
Bay?
thing on.
Period. Why do you need a nationality?
An ID.
Why do you need a nationality? Because what nation are you tied to?
So you need somebody to.
Where are you?
Does that mean that you don't have to?
Where are you?
So does that mean that you don't have to?
You can ask all the questions you asking, but what I'm asking you right now is where are you? I don't have no ancestors.
Do you have any answers?
Answers to what?
Never mind.
Hey, Welvin. Welvin,
Never mind.
Can you get this
But you
guy?
not tied to no nation.
Welvin,
Can you get this guy?
Can you get this dude?
You telling that you're tied to Israel. Where's your nationality ID that you're tied to Israel?
Right here. In the Holy Bible.
In the Holy Bible.
Holy Bible.
What is that? USSR?
The Holy Bible?
What
No,
does that
that's the future of America.
What does that mean?
This is gonna destroy this place, man.
What does USSR mean?
That's gonna destroy Morocco
What
too.
does USSR mean, man? What does USSR mean, bro?
Do you know any?
I'm not here to tell you.
Do you know any of the history of Muslim Islam?
Coming out like a teacher.
What is you? Yeah. Because I'm that man above.
What is
Islam? Where does it go?
Hey, you know what you should do? You know what you should do?
Right.
You should go teach that down there and see how many people follow you. For real. Like this is like monumental. People should be listening.
This is
to you.
monumental.
We're not gonna hear.
How you call yourself an Israelite and you reading out of a Bible? How do you call yourself an Israelite and you reading out of a Bible?
Nationality ID. This is my nationality
Nigga,
ID.
you a slave.
This is my nationality ID.
Listen here. You a slave, bro.
So are you.
Listen, you are a slave. Can't none of y'all present to me
Hey,
no
you wanna know how them Africans
Yo,
you wanna know how them Africans became
Can't nobody
Islamic? You wanna know why them Africans became Islamic?
Why?
It's because
Why?
they got enslaved.
Why? Why?
Because they got enslaved.
No.
Look up the Arab and
Them Africans became Islamic because they in North Africa and I self-law
Look
am
up the Arabians.
masters.
Look up the
Stop
Arabian
preaching that
conquest.
folly, bro.
Look up the Arabian
Don't
conquest.
preach no folly out here in these streets. I only been in Nevada 8 months. I catch y'all out here, you gonna have to hear some truth, bro.
You ain't saying nothing.
Ain't none of y'all presenting no nationality ID to me, bro.
You ain't saying nothing, bro.
The Quran has no
Bring
prophecies.
any nation or national standing to me, bro. Present that right now.
Who are you?
Present that right now. I am that I am.
What?
I am that I am.
Say it right.
I am that I am. I tell you what, bro. I tell you what, bro.
That's him. Hey, we normally would
Present that nationality ID and then come talk to me. Anything outside of the line of that, I'm not trying to hear it, bro.
Get the camera off this guy, man.
I'm not no corporate slave, and I wish
we gonna
these
give all
brothers
praise,
would
glory,
wake
and
up.
honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. We're gonna say Shalom. Wa Baba Ba.
Baba Ba.
Wa Baba Ba.
Baba Ba.
God Adi Yab Yanawa.
Allah Yanawa.
Yab Yanawa.
Abadi Yab Yanawa.
Yab Yanawa.
Abadi Yab Yanawa.
Shalom.
Man, that was sick.
That was a satanic nigga, man.
Yeah.